How are y'all doing tonight? We're ready for some more Sonic? Except there's not going to be any Sonic because we got him out of the way last week along with Rouge. So this week we're going to continue making our way through all these different character missions as we have 4 more sets of characters to work through, so we got a lot more levels to play through before we do anything else here in Sonic Adventure 2. Now I want to get the big one out of the way because I know today was a giant news day and we flex in the stream title. No spoilers, please, about the direct talks. I have not watched any of them. I might watch them later, so please no. I know people want to talk about that. If you do, please go somewhere else because we're not going to be having that here. It's still very fresh. A lot of people may not have even seen them yet. So if I see any kind of talk about that kind of stuff in more detail than just it was good or I didn't care or whatever in that fashion, you're going to get a warning and maybe more. So just watch out. But, you know, my regulars know what to do at this point. So I just want to get that one out of the way. So let's go ahead and jump into the game itself. Also, hey there, Ethan. How you doing? Give it a sec. There you go. I had to reset my mic as well as the thing was just got crackly in my own ears. Also, the game may freak out because I just forgot to turn on my adapter. So if it says something about a controller, I'm not going to be shocked. Or it just won't work at all. You know, this is fine by me. Ah, there's the reboot now. How do you do that when controller don't work? What key is reboot now? I'm just going to do it manually. Good old SA2 on PC, barely working. I swear.
File select.
Alright, we're good news, at least the controller's working. So, now the game's hooked, let's go ahead and continue. Doing good? That's good to hear. I mean, honestly, it could be better, but I don't want to get into that right now. Personal things. People don't want to hear me complain. So, last time, let me jump into emblem results here. We finished up Sonic and Rouge's missions, so we got 4 more characters we can pick from, but we don't pick. We let fate decide that one. So last time, we didn't do a spin. Oh, okay. Hi, where'd the wheel go? There it is. We didn't do a spin as I wanted to anticipate the next week. So let's get the wheel a good spin and see who exactly we start out with tonight. So out of the 4 characters, we're going Hero, going Dark. Okay, we're just getting the short one out of the way. We're starting out with another speed character this week. This time going with Shadow. Interesting. So before we do that, we must change up the background.
Looks like you
I have these backgrounds, might as well use them.
Where is your file?
That's the wrong one. Sorry.
What?
Memory card
I'm
looks like
not
file,
good enough
apparently.
for you?
Apparently no, Rouge. Please leave. Let me turn this down in my own ears. I always forget how loud Sonic Adventure 2 is every time I go to play it. This game, I swear, might as well just blast your speakers. It's very loud. Stop going to settings. I'm used to it to be on the top option. It's not. Alright, emblem results. Let's just get this one out of the way. Shadow is next. So we'll jump in straight here. Mission 2. And mission 2s are all just about 100 rings. So these should be pretty fast. Honestly, I think this might be one of the longer ones out of the 4. If not, it's probably the final level. You get rings fast, so me saying longest, it might be like 30 to maybe 60 seconds at most. It's really nothing. I'm thinking of a different version of the level or something. Thought there'd be a ring back there. Okay, nice light speed dash. I love when it works, except no. You know, I'm actually gonna do this instead. No reason to go through the whole loop. Get some of those speedrun tricks out of the way now. Learn them before you need to actually use them for time trials. Kinda wish I got the extra ring there, but should be fine when I get to a checkpoint. I don't think that'll make a difference. 59. Okay, maybe it kinda will. Just gonna go back here. Oh yeah, it definitely will. Ooh, that's bad. That's gonna kind of cost me a little bit. This is gonna look stupid, but I'm gonna ignore the checkpoint. Grab me some rings here, and then go back. Actually, if I get 70, now I'll get 90, be 100. Okay, we got it. Because I just go straight down from here. And get just like 5 more rings. Oh, that's right, you can't do this because it's all gust. There's the rings. Alright, easy enough. And that should be an A, because I believe this is Radical Highway. Yeah, 120, 109. About 10-ish seconds under. Also, hey there, Matt. How you doing?
Oh, it's been a
I
day.
might have to reset my audio when it glitched out, because you were definitely saying nothing. Yeah, set the cable in.
I'm
so it's
definitely
probably not.
saying nothing.
I know, everyone else can hear him. I cannot. This is a Windows thing. Well, at least we literally just started, so it does not matter.
Okay.
Which is weird. This is the first time I think it's actually hiccup like this. Reset you, boom. We're gonna mute the Discord channel in the stream only because you guys don't want to hear what I'm about to do. Oh, yeah, that would probably help, wouldn't it? Set that as default device. Maybe now I can hear things instead of it going through my speakers. That would help a
Anyways,
lot.
hi. How you doing?
Alright, how we doing?
It's been a day. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, it's probably like, it's been a life.
It's. Sorry.
I don't want to get into it again. Let's start earlier in the stream.
Okay. I don't want to. I guess I shouldn't be complaining then. I'm sorry.
Let's just say whatever you're dealing with, probably more exciting than anything here.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I didn't have a very good day today at work at all. Kind of one of those days that's just I regret coming into work, even though.
How is it working, by the way? Because I have no idea what that feels like. Like I said, I don't want to get more than that, but all I'm just gonna say is, man, I'm glad at least I have this as a supplemental income right now.
I'm sorry, but.
That's the most I think I'll say about it.
Well, it's just like my job that I have now is just basically if anything goes wrong, it's automatically my fault. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, which in that workplace, I guess I'm not surprised to hear that.
Because I'm supposed to be the final eyes that check everything that goes out of the plant. Even though, like, I've been checking everything that, you know, and everything else, and it's just, you know, let's just say I've had extensive, pardon my French, bitch fests all day today because of it. I'm stressed, I just don't want to deal with it right now, and I'm just,
not help me.
I'll just put it this way, I'm just glad tomorrow's Friday, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yep, don't blame you. Again, it sounds like one of those weeks again.
Here we go. Ridiculous. I just, you know, it's like, no matter what I do, I'm wrong. That's
know
my
that
job.
feeling all too well. Again, I don't
No
know why
matter what
people
I
are
do.
like that there. It's just, why not?
Emblem.
I know. I'm sorry you've had kind of a bad day too. Hopefully this makes it better. I literally just got home not too long ago, and then I was able to catch up on some things, and then it finally came on. I'm sorry I'm late a little bit because of.
Hey, you're fine. We literally just started anyway, so you're not late.
Alright. Okay.
That's one off. It's fine. I'll still give me like a 5.
I'll just, it's just been really, this week's been kind of meh, to be perfectly honest, because I haven't even gotten a chance to, like, edit my videos I wanted to edit. I only got one video out this week, which, hopefully I was, you know, been on a roll with getting at least 3 videos out a week, but today's just this week's just one of those weeks I'm just like, well, only get one out.
Try, but yeah, you know, if you can't, you can't. Doesn't really matter.
Well, the one video I did get out was heavily edited because I had to do post-com on that video anyway, so. You're not sure if you feel better, man. I posted Discord about the tiers of Tears of the Kingdom amiibo. But oh, thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, apparently
Thank
they're
you.
up right now at Best Buy from what I've seen.
I saw the Noah Mio amiibo came out too, so I might have to try to get that then.
Yeah, they're honestly, those amiibo have come out like a really bad time. Like, we're just coming off the midst of October's insane release schedule, and then November is not much better.
I don't know.
Those are gonna be a skip. I
it's-
cannot
it-
afford
it's-
this anymore.
Yeah, it's
Way too much all at once.
They're not up there. The Noah Mio amiibo aren't
No,
up
from what I
there?
heard, that they were announced, but they're not up.
Oh, okay. I thought they were. I thought I saw them up earlier.
No, I heard some of the announcements, so I already know some of the stuff from the Direct today. I didn't watch it because just honestly didn't have the chance.
Yeah.
There's way too much going on today for that. It's like we had literally Nintendo's earlier in the morning and then Sony did theirs later in the day, which
Emblem list.
sometimes I wonder if that's a strategic idea to capitalize on news or just they don't realize because they always get overshadowed. Like instantly. From what I understand, people didn't care if the Sony one as usual, except for very key details, which again, that's per usual, I feel like with Sony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Nintendo's, from what I understand, people said it was a little underwhelming, but I kind of expect that going in the final year of Switch. 'Cause let's be honest, it's probably its final full year. Like, it had some really strong announcements, what I hear, but I think people were expecting another June-style thing. It's like, we literally just got a massive set of announcements in June, so I highly doubted that would happen.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm tired. With as many games coming out this next couple months, I'm fine.
I want some kind of spacing. There's way too much.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's kinda
probably
how I feel.
skipping a good 80%, if not more, because there's just too much at once.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel too. Best Buy has them up for stock item, but not for. Okay, all right. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. Though. I did get the Tears of Kingdom amiibos. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna kill you this time because you're a problem if I don't.
Final Chase's music is so great. It's like very underrated too. I love Final Chase.
It's a good theme. I really wish they would. If anything, I just really wish that they would. Okay,
Oh
so much for
god!
safety. Good camera.
Either port this and Adventure 1 to modern consoles, or just remake them.
Yeah, well,
please,
from what we
just make a-
understand, based on some rumors and even some deep dives, they sound like they could have tried to remake these. It just the remakes weren't turning out in the way Sega hoped, so they got canceled. If that is what is to believe. Which, I mean, I think they're doing enough on other fronts, so if they see something that's not to their standards, I can understand something like this now being canceled. But yeah, just like re-release these ports, I think would be okay. For the most part, I don't really see that being much of a problem, outside of the ports themselves being a problem. So maybe try to fix some of the things that got borked between the 3 different port shops.
Yeah.
If not, it'd just be like straight up just port the games from like the 360 again. Like literally just the 360 versions again. Hopefully means won't be 500 new bugs introduced, maybe just 300.
So, I'm guessing since we're playing Shadow, the Wheel of Fate decided, oh yeah, you're gonna do the other Sonic characters first
Yep,
tonight.
that's pretty much what we got.
So that by a process of elimination, we're going to be doing Knuckles next.
You know, at this rate, probably.
We're going to save them extra next stream.
Yeah, imagine if it somehow just gets anything but the mech character now.
We'll
it's
just be here.
So far, so much like that.
We're just going to be here to beep the whole entire stream.
Well, at least once we get the mission like 4 and 5, because when you're at mission 2 and 3, you just hear clang, 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 because you're just running.
Emblem list.
Alright, so at least that is a set of hundreds done, because Shadow has only 4 levels. He's the fastest one to complete.
Yeah.
So now it's just Chow time.
I don't understand why Shadow doesn't have so many levels at all. And
Well, based on how the game was developed, it sounds like there were only going to be 3 playable characters, then the other 3 got added later. And those 3 were Shadow, Tails, and Rouge. So, based on that, it sounds like Shadow's one of the last characters they're really working with. Which is really hard to believe when he was a newcomer. It's like, yeah, this was not a character originally planned as to be playable. He must have just been probably a story character, and that was it.
I thought for a second you were trying to kill yourself, and I was like,
No,
"What are you
not yet.
doing?" And I was like,
Gotta be
"Oh, like,
later.
oh no, 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 that's a shortcut. I forgot about
Maybe
that."
later. We don't have a score threshold. Okay, nice button press. I love when that happens.
It's like now, and now Shadow's gonna wish he had a gun. Would have been quite sad if Shadow was just a story character. Yeah, it honestly would have been. I can't imagine this being without Shadow. That's weird.
Like, they've done that for other games later on, and it does feel weird. Okay, yep, nice gravitational pull with camera problem. That's a Sonic Adventure moment. We get for trying to take a shortcut to take the path I need to go on. I need to go down here, hit this spring, and it sets me up to go where I need to be. Do I even need this? Yeah, you're supposed to use Mystic Melody here, but I think I can just spin dash jump this. Yeah. So if you don't have the upgrade, you can still do this mission. This one you can just do right out of the box.
But you're supposed to have the Mystic Melody to do the Lost Chow missions. You're supposed to.
Look,
They're
man,
all locked
we got the
behind.
Flame Ring without the light speed dash, so I think that's just 2 for 2 on Shadow cheesing his own level.
Emblem list.
And it being the same level, no doubt.
Exactly. Nice. Momentum. In a Sonic game, I know. How weird. I'll go to
just
Sonic
love
4,
how
the momentum won't exist.
I just love how immediately it's like I'm off the ledge for just a half a second, immediately pause, just scrolling down to restart, like in like half a second flat, and saying nice.
Yeah. Because it's like, yeah, it all happens that fast, and you know better. Okay, well, yep, yep. That's why I get for trying to go fast.
Sorry, I
He
didn't mean
falls
to.
so weird in this level because of the water. Because it's not water.
It's a void.
Yep. But when he hits the void, it does kind of slow him down for a split second. It's really weird.
Thanks, SA2. Yes. Thanks, SA2. Thanks for being weird. I swear my head is like I told my friend at work one time, I said, my head's like it has a constant jukebox playing and at all times. Like, I'll just have music play in the background of my head. It's like an elevator. A constant jukebox going on in the background of my head.
No, it can be really bad when you just have this tune that's stuck in your head and you can't get it out. You know, the classic. Because I've had moments like that myself. It definitely is like, man, you know, I kind of want to think of anything about music, but I can't get this tune out of my head. It always, for me, for whatever reason, always just defaults to the Dr. Mario theme. I'll just randomly start humming it. That, like, the athletic theme for Mario 3.
That's what my brain does. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like my brain is constantly switching music all the time. Like earlier today, Ballad of the Goddess was playing in my head all day today. I don't know why, but it was. So I was just, you know, whistling Ballad of the Goddess, and somebody works like, "Were you playing Skyward Sword recently?" I said, "No, not really."
It's like maybe like 2 years ago, but
Maybe like
not
2 years
recent.
ago.
Here we go.
It's a good thing for me with how my job is. Yeah, sometimes you just need that distraction. I kind of needed that today. So I'm kind of glad in a way. My sinus was killing me today too. That was another thing. I was like so congested earlier, and I had a sinus migraine and everything. I was like, God.
Yeah, dude, they've been really bad as of late, just because of I think it's just all the pressure in general out there still here, because like every day has been a bad headache.
Yeah.
And I definitely just knocked it up to being all the pressure from storms and such.
Yeah. I love how Frontier's just literally copy and pasted this level.
Yeah, all the
And-
SA2 levels for the most part were not changed at all. Which
Yeah,
that was
migraine.
surprising.
He had a migraine yesterday, so I had to stay home for that. I don't blame you, honestly. I was literally this close with how everything was turning out today and all the sinus problems that was going on. I was literally this close to just saying, yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I didn't. I stuck it out because I'm like,
Ultimate victory.
I kind of need this right now, so I need to be
Yeah.
here.
Well, especially when everyone also was wanting to just, hike up the prices again. I was annoyed when I read this story today where Adobe's raising up their prices. Like, come on, it's already
Are you
expensive
serious?
enough.
Wait, what? Are
Apparently,
you
it's
serious?
$5 to $10 extra a month per plan,
Oh
depending
my
what you got.
God.
Yep. There's a
Gotta
reason
be
why
serious.
everyone just goes to the great seas for their software, so to say.
I didn't know that. That's ridiculous,
Yeah,
man.
it's like, it's already expensive enough. Hey, let's make it more expensive. Yeah, why not? It's like,
Just like with
people,
Sony.
you need
Sony
this to work.
Sony's like, oh, it's okay if we increase our prices on PS Plus by like 60%. No one will notice, right?
Everyone noticed that.
It's like everybody noticed that. Everybody disliked that Fallout meme.
Dude, the one thing I've been liking this week so much is just to see this is an ironic statement, but it's also very funny. The unity of people getting together to boycott Unity. Like, dev-wise. Because I've seen so many call to action posts from devs and legitimately swearing out Unity. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a public statement from a business flat out just curse a company out like I have this week. Because I've seen I've seen some this week that just flat out say, yeah, you effed up. It's like, oh, the fact company's legitimately just swearing out a company and knows that's how bad they screwed up.
They screwed up big time. There's no sense in what they're doing. There's absolutely
Oh no, there's 20
sense.
cents per copy, so there is sense. Too much sense.
Okay. Okay, wise guy. that's
And
not
that's
what I
the
meant.
problem. And that is the problem.
You wouldn't install a Unity game.
I think the meme should go, you would install a Unity game 10 plus times at this point. And they had to come out with a statement. Oh, crap, of course. Checkpoints here. They had to come out with a statement trying to clarify the business practice, which honestly didn't really help them. In fact, it might have only made it worse, because some things were clarified to be not as bad as they made out to sound, but a majority of the problem stuff was as bad as it sounded. I think that just dug their hole deeper. And
Remember when
from
they
what I
did-
understand, they canceled some business meeting they had today because of death threats. Like, gee, I wonder why they're getting death threats. Should have thought that through. I mean, I don't approve of death threats no matter what. People are stupid to do that. But there's a reason why they're getting threats. They should have seen this coming a mile away before they even decided, let's just screw over people because
Remember when they did that a few years ago and people were buying a bunch of PS Plus yearly cards? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Like, it was going up. I don't think it was as much. I think it was only maybe a $5 increase, maybe to 10 at most. No, it was only one plan. It was like $5 to $10, something like that. It wasn't nearly as bad, and people were having a big freak out then. Now it's way worse. And you can't even do that, from what I understand, this time around.
It was $10. Oh, gosh. It was worse than I thought.
Yeah, like back then, that's still a lot of money. Sure, didn't think I was climbing that, thought I fell. I wanted to be up here so I can get onto this ledge. Do this. And they thought Lost World introduced parkour. Unfortunately, the walls have glue, so maybe Lost World did it better. I hope it did. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It was just as bad at times as Lost World.
That's as bad as saying Lost World did special stages better.
Yeah, it had special stages. Someone who's only played the console version. It's like, oh, you poor sap. Actually, no, you're lucky, sap. Raise his hand. I've never played the 3DS version, but honestly, from what I've seen, I already think I probably would want to. It seems like a fine enough game on its own merits and never touch the special stages. Literally one of those.
You wouldn't get a Chaos Emerald. I'm excited for the Frontiers update.
Yeah, it's only about 2 weeks away at this point, so very
I know,
soon.
isn't that crazy? I still haven't gotten the DLC for Pokemon yet.
Yeah.
I probably will get that next week or something when I get
Yeah, I was gonna
again.
say, it's like, it's all coming out at a really bad time. Like, I'm
Yeah,
holding off just because I just literally cannot right now. It's just at a really bad time. Okay,
still
don't
need
know
to
how
get-
I somersaulted there, sure.
You need to get, still need to get it Frontiers. I'd probably wait for Frontiers until Black Friday to see if it gets a deal.
Yeah. It's the
That was
best
me.
idea to wait on it because it's gonna be on sale again.
Yeah.
I think it was on sale not terribly long ago. I think during one of the summer sales. So
Yeah.
it's been going on sale almost every time there's been a major sale.
Yeah, I'll probably get the DLC for Pokemon here soon, but I haven't gotten it yet because I've been broke this week. Quite
Yep.
literally, I had a.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Well, this week's paycheck was the one where I was sick on for a
Yeah.
week. No, I couldn't afford a lot of things.
I'm gonna go back. Don't trust it. These things are very, like, yeah, like, good luck seeing situation. Camera here is absolutely horrendous, so you gotta take your time.
Here we go.
Well, at least it's all the chow, so now it's just playing the levels normally again.
Ultimate victory.
I know when the Frontier stuff comes out, I'll be busy with it for a while, because I haven't picked up the game since earlier this year, so I haven't played any of the DLC. I figured when I didn't have a chance to play the first pack, I might as well just wait. Because by the time I was getting ready to play the first one, the second one came out, and now the third one just got announced almost immediately after the second pack came out. So it's like, you know what, I might as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Lester. That's probably the best way, because as much as I was okay, I'm gonna sound like an idiot saying this. As much as I enjoyed the DLC, the post-launch content of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I am kind of wishing I waited until all of it was out at once. And by all of it, I mean until the Noah and Mio amiibo come out at the end of
literally
January.
every
before
single
I play
thing
it.
from it, I getcha.
I mean, granted, I only played the DLC because I didn't want to get spoiled online. That's why I was worried about it.
When RPG,
I was
you don't
tired
play
of
it, you kinda
yeah,
have
when
to.
I was kind of mad because I've been spoiled to Xenoblade 1 so much when I was young, whenever the game came out a long time ago, that I just, I didn't want to. I wanted to avoid it this time, so that's why I did it.
Smart.
What will both the Noah and Mio amiibo do? They unlock costumes. I mean, that's the only thing they do, but they unlock, this is kind of spoilers. So. Spoilers! I'm gonna give everybody a spoiler in Lester's VOD for whenever he gets up. Spoilers for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Okay, so there's your warning, people watching VOD.
Okay. No golden beetle for me if that's gonna happen. Jank. I should have enough points.
But the Noah amiibo unlocks Council Inn's costume for Noah, as well as the camp costumes for Noah, Lance, and Uni. That the loungewear that they wear at campsites. And Mio's amiibo unlocks Council M's costume for Mio, and the loungewear at camps for Senna, Mio, and Kion. That's what it is. There we go. End spoilers, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If you're watching the vlog, there you go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think when you post the VOD. I want to make sure that people get.
Oh, you
their,
gotta do like allow clap tests, look for like the waveform. Oh wait, sorry, no, it's actually gonna do this in post.
Ultimate victory.
Also, wild waveform in a stream, that might as well be 90% of the stream with half the stuff that happens.
Yeah.
So basically what I understand on that is you didn't actually need to wait until you had the amiibo, but it would have added a little of extra like cosmetic flair. So I get it. But yeah, with a story-based game like that on social media, it's like you kind of need to play it right away if you want to actually see it, or just ignore that whole scene, which is really hard to do. But from what I understand, I don't think there's very much of any talk about the Xenoblade stuff there, but that makes sense. The game's all done. The amiibo thing, if they're not ready for announcement dates of like shipment, I think they're probably just gonna announce that on social media. So it sounds like it's a thing they're just coming back this time. Why do you homing attack that when I'm not close enough? I mean, it doesn't matter. There's no checkpoint in this level, so I don't have to worry about bonuses.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm so sorry, Lester. I had to go take care of Tara or something.
Now, you be honest, I would ignore me too.
No, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm sorry. I had to go take care of emergency real quick. What were you? What did you say? I'm sorry.
No, we were just mentioning the amiibo, the costume things. Like, yeah, you know, that doesn't sound like a thing you really need to wait on, thankfully. So to get the full experience, just some extra costumes, I guess it's like not the end of the world.
Well, I mean, like,
but with a story-based DLC, yeah, you kind of play that before it's spoiled.
There was a bunch of like in-game content, as well as the whole separate story mode. Like, the whole story mode DLC could be a game itself, kind of like length of a game. It's like 50 hours.
From what I understand, it's like Torna for that reason, because
it's like Torna.
Literally a standalone game.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, I kind of wish I didn't play every single portion of that expansion pack when it came out. I would have probably preferred it if I just waited on it and then came back to it all later.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say. Like, how you're doing it with Frontiers is kind of how I wish I did it with Xenoblade 3.
Yeah, because I think at that time you were kind of feeling a little burnt out of the 300-hour RPG, which is very understandable.
Victory.
But yeah, that's what the amiibos do. They give costumes. I mean, that's kind of what I figured, because most the other amiibos that was compatible with Xenoblade 3 gave costumes too, or like, I wouldn't say costumes. Some of them were like Shulk gave the Monado, and Pyra and Mithra gave the Age of Swords. So
yeah, it's like minor little extras, which is a nice little detail.
Yeah. I just, if anything, I really wish that they kept the amiibo content from Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, put it in the definitive edition, which they didn't do.
It's like, why?
That was one thing I don't
not?
understand. Nintendo takes one. Okay, before I say this, I like the definitive edition so much. I cannot play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 vanilla anymore. I only play the definitive version of it. I'm not saying that. But Nintendo has this weird stigma of, like, saying something's a definitive version, but yet not having every single thing in it from the previous versions that were released of the game.
Like, a lot of their quote-unquote definitive versions of games have had this issue over the years, which is not what that means.
Yeah. Like, they did that with... There was another game they did that with. I can't remember what other game they did that with.
Yeah, I know they did with a lot of their Wii U port games for a while there.
Mario!
But it was also... Yeah, like some Mario games had that. The Donkey Kong... No, not Donkey Kong was essentially the same. Mario Kart, in a way, technically lost its original battle mode, so some people might see that as a step down. Most people would say that'd be probably best to leave in the wind.
Uh-oh, looks like we're having to redo this one, folks.
Yeah, I think I was off by a little under 2K, something like that.
Emblem list.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, like...
So I was a little far off because it took some shortcuts.
They gave the width and costumes, which you can get in post-game. Yeah, that's another thing. I forgot to mention those amiibo skins for the swords, like the Monado and the Aegis swords. You can actually get them in game without amiibo. You don't have to have the amiibo to get them. So
yeah, that's nice.
That's
for the better.
I wish those types of games did that. Now, granted, I do like amiibos. I am an amiibo guy, but it's just like. I do think that it is better to have an option for people who do not have those amiibo, especially since Shulk, Pirate, and Mithra are really hard to get.
Yeah, like honestly, like I like collecting to have the figure, but I'm done with amiibo having content locked behind them like this because they don't sell them for long enough for people to get them, and then immediately they become hard to get. So you have all this content locked behind these figures that no one can find. It's just stupid at this point. Like, the Toys to Life fan has died years ago. Nintendo really is the only company that's keeping it alive in some fashion because of Amiibo, and even then, people are either skipping Amiibo entirely or buying them out immediately so no one else can get them. So, it's a double-edged sword for them to keep it going.
As much as I like Amiibo, like collecting Amiibo, I really am hoping that this is the end of the Amiibo, like, wave after Switch is done, Switch 2 becomes a thing. I'm really hoping they decided like with the Mii's, they're like, yeah, we're kind of done. But I
even
doubt
the Mii's, like, I think at this point keep them on life support in case they have a good idea for it, but at least with something like that, it doesn't matter, it's a software thing, you can hide it. Amiibo is more of like yeah, we kind of like need to make these, so let's not. Like, that right there is problem number one. Which is why nobody can get these things to unlock these content pieces in games. I just wish they would make it as a standalone, like, release on a store page for, like, $2 or $3, like, a couple months after they came out, at least. Because then people would have the best of both worlds. Get the figure if you want the figure, and if you don't, hey, at least the content isn't exclusive to this thing that's no longer in production after 3 months.
Can I spoil one thing in the Direct that I think you know about, but I don't know if everybody's said anything in the Direct yet?
No, I don't want to tight-lipped about it only just because, like, for people who haven't watched it, I want to see it.
I won't say anything then. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page.
I know, like, for the most part, from what I understand, there was a lot of Mario. Like, a lot of Mario. And some of those rumor things turned out to be true when it came to certain franchises coming back. So I know a lot of the big hitters.
Okay. Alright, well, I won't say anything. I just didn't know what our stance was on it. That's all. That's why I said
usually the day any of these presentations happens, I have like a hard, like, no spoil rule because a lot of people probably haven't had a chance to see them.
Okay. I won't say anything. Yeah, that's why Damper said something. Okay. I won't say nothing. I just didn't know what everybody thought. That's all. Sorry.
I just have to ask, are you gonna play Splatoon 4 when that beta happens in like 3 weeks?
Wait, what? Oh!
Yeah, you know which one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
We have Splatoon at home.
No.
PlayStation Splatoon at home.
No, I'm not.
Honestly, I want to just for morbid curiosity, but it's PS5 exclusive. I'm not gonna sell a kidney to try it now.
Can I send you our PS5?
Yeah, there you go. It won't be a loaner though. I can't avoid shipping. It's like, wait, no! And that's how you get them. Oh god,
Amber's looking at me like, what did you say?
That's right, kidneys.
Well, it's just like, that's right, kidneys. Because he has to sell it in order to ship it back.
To be fair, those things to ship back are kind of a nightmare.
I know.
Not even a joke. Like, it costs probably a pretty penny to ship those things. That's why I wish they made a cheaper version that might have been a little less powerful, just so you can play games on it. Man, it's like the certain green system does that better than the blue one.
He said he was morbidly curious about a certain Splatoon game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can we get Splatoon 4? Oh, we have Splatoon 4 at home at home. It's on PS5. I thought that was funny though. When that came on, I was like, wow. Just like,
It's like, yeah, that's literally what we think it is. It's like, we're not even hiding it. But I think Square's really trying to capitalize on the popularity of that franchise in Japan specifically, because I doubt that's going to do anything outside of Japan. Because Splatoon is huge there. Everywhere else is kind of hit or miss. So the fact that it's as big as here as, you know, it is now with Splatoon 3 specifically, like, it was big for 2, but not nearly as much I feel it's like with 3, like right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt Foam Star is going to do anything outside of like Japan.
Yeah.
Just for that reason.
Heck, I don't even know if it's even gonna do well in Japan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of the same boat, because people are going to stick to what they know.
Yeah.
Hey there, Kira, how you doing?
Hey, Kira.
Alright, well that's all mission 4, so now it's just the 5s, which is hard mode. And honestly, the hard mode for Shadow, I don't remember being that bad in some areas, but it's also because he only has 4 levels, so it's hard to remember Shadow's hard mode.
Oh no, it's in my way. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't get points out of that, so that was unfortunate. But then I got a tight, which I wasn't expecting that. Alright, sure.
For some reason, he
I love how
cut
I
out
shot
there.
through a box twice.
For a second there, I thought you cut out for me for a second, and I thought it said my chest is tight. I was like, Lester, you need to go to the doctor, buddy.
I don't know. How's your arm? Don't know. Can't feel it. So Shadow's having a heart attack.
Well, Shadow is above the age of 50. He's more susceptible to it.
Wait, how does that actually work? Like, what age is he really? It's Captain America law here, because he's not really 50, but he also is. I feel like Shadow would be that guy to take advantage of that, just going into a place, trying to get the senior discount. It's like, Shadow, you're at like 14. No, I'm 64. Shadow!
It's like,
No, you're not!
that's where you're wrong. I'm 64 years old.
Oh, wait a minute. That would have hurt. You done? Thank you. Shadow can't computer good, go away. Honestly, him trying to hack his license so he can get into like a bar or something, he would just like punch the computer to do it. So yeah, we know he wouldn't computer good. He would break the computer trying to make a license. If anything's to go by from Shadow the Hedgehog's computer hacking skills. Karate chop.
I don't know, man. Shadow has been confirmed to like kill a kill, so
I mean, fair.
he
doesn't?
might be as he might not be as old as you think he is. I'm sorry for the kill a kill
Nice.
comment.
I was gonna say, hater. Look, man, we all watch him more than just for the obvious reasons. It's a good fighter. You know, I actually made a fighting game, and of course, it's from the same people who make like all the fighting games, Arc Systems. Like, from what I heard, it's pretty good. Except for the single player, because that's also what I heard from Arc System games. They exist. That's the best you usually get.
Man,
And
those
from my
Twitter
experience from
takeovers,
Fighter
I
Z,
think-
I can believe that. Because honestly, that's a fantastic game, really bad single player.
that game in particular, or those Twitter takeovers that they do, it reveals a lot of like lore that you don't remember. Think it's like, huh, Shadow likes to watch anime.
Here we go.
Yeah, of all the people, you wouldn't think he would watch anime. You would think he's just like an action flick guy or something. Or just not even bother to watch TV. But of course, for him to watch like a highly action-based one, I can also see it. I just want to see him try to get confronted. It's like, but Shadow, you watch for the boobs. No. I watch for the articles. Shadow! Dude, get up there.
The funniest thing about that in particular that made me laugh the most is the fact that Shadow played along with their murder mystery party for Amy, and then murdered Sonic the Hedgehog visual novel.
Yeah.
Surprised Shadow played along with all that.
I mean, he was being a good sport for her specifically, so that was nice.
Third terror raid 5-star done.
This?
Man, yeah, those terror raids are really hard, especially the 5 stars. We tried doing 6 stars, and we can barely.
Honestly, after the 4-star, I have like no interest anymore for those raids because they're just too hard. I don't like the difficulty spike. It's bad. Oh, speaking of bad, nice camera. Is there a beetle here? I can't see it. There is a golden beetle up here, but I can't see Jack. Oh, yep, yep. You know, yeah, that's fair.
Apparently, the camera didn't like anything past 4-star terror raids too.
Very fair. They are bad. I mean, that's a hot take. I think that's just agreed upon. They're just too much. Like, if I gotta build out a Pokemon specifically in the raid to be this exact thing just to do this one raid, alright, I can see a problem here because there's more than one in the game. There's like 30. I don't have 30 hours to dedicate to train one Pokemon per raid. And I know with this game's mechanics, it's more like 20 hours, but that's still too much time. Like, they're fun to play with friends, and then you attempt the 5-6-star raids. Then you decide, alright, can we play a different one? 'Cause that's how it's gonna go, flat out. I remember there was one point, like, we were trying to do one of those 5-stars, and we were trying it for like 2 hours and made no progress and quit.
Guys, that stupid Gyarados. That Gyarados, the Dark Terror Raid Gyarados, those 5-stars, like, God,
It was terrible, and that's not even the hardest one, if it's anything to go by with these 6-stars. Like, they just went a little too overboard with the raid difficulty, in my opinion.
Don't get me wrong, I like challenges, but it's just like, God, I can't do this. I'm not as smart as I used to be when it comes to Pokemon.
Oh, even then, that's not even just smarts at that point. You gotta know the stuff going in. Then when you know it, it's a lot of busy work. I don't like that in games. Any kind of busy work thing, it's like, look, I have a laundry list of backlog here. I have other things to go and spend my time with. So if this is what you're gonna ask me to do, I'm gonna do anything else.
Pretty much, okay, so me and Kara did Charizard one some months ago. Took us several attempts to beat it. Yeah, pretty much every event raid, 7s.
Oh, come on! Why'd I go backwards? Nice somersault trick. I'm still getting my trick.
Like the Mewtwo raid almost requires a full team of Mew with Bug Terra. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. That is stupid in my opinion. Come on. You have to get a Mew, which they've only just distributed for about a month. It needs to have bugs, so if you didn't get lucky enough to get that as the form, you gotta go out of your way to get enough of those Terra Shards to make it bug. Then you gotta train it up with good stats and a high level just to do the raid. Like, this is not fun. This is like MMO levels of grinding just to get, like, a ride. Like, honestly, they went a little too far with those 5 and 6s, especially the 6s. The 6s are just extreme.
7s is like, oh God.
Yes, I don't even know. Like, why is there a 7? 6 already is just, like, the worst of the worst. As long as I thought there was only 6. No. I'm gonna break something, specifically you, Beetle.
It's like, I'm sorry, Lester, don't hurt me.
Are you Beetle? Because otherwise, yes.
Oh! Oh!
All right, beat him up.
There you go.
Wait, oh no!
Both are god awful. Yeah, I can't remember the Sword and Shields being this difficult though. I don't.
From what I
maybe
understood, like I've seen people play the Sword and Shield ones, and I didn't see people like get perfect EV and IV teams just to complete a raid.
Do you remember when we did the Dynamax raids?
It was hard, but it wasn't that hard.
It wasn't as hard as the Sword and Shield, or not the Scarlet and Violet ones. At least for the difficulty ones. I remember them being kind of difficult, but like Dynamax Adventures, I remember being really hard. Us trying
Yeah,
to
but
do
that was
Dynamax.
also DLC, so I guess I'm not surprised there.
Yeah,
Even
and
then,
that-
I watched people do that. It didn't seem as bad as these 6 stars. So it just seems like they
Dynamax
turned up that dial to 11 going into the 9th gen game.
Dynamax Adventures is just hard because you really had to depend on whether or not you had good AI partners
Yeah.
that picked the right Pokemon.
Well, between that and, you know, if you went in with a full squad, just make sure your actual squad had the right Pokemon types.
Yeah.
Because that's... I saw a lot of people doing that when it first came out more than anything else.
But yeah, on that note, I'm sorry to all the viewers if we can't really do those. I did see the message you posted in Discord, Ethan, about it. You needed help with the Mewtwo raids. I wish we had time to do it, but I just don't have time to make that, especially in the
Yeah,
time
no,
period they
it's
have
like-
available.
I
wish I
don't
could
really
help.
have the time, but even then, it's like, I don't have the interest. Like, they are just way too much.
I'm sorry.
So after a while,
Not
it
the
just
Mewtwo
becomes boring to do, in my
And
opinion.
not the
because of all
Mewtwo raid.
stack
What was the one that you were talking about in the Discord? I'm sorry. I thought it was the Mewtwo raid. I'm sorry. Sword and Shield raids are terrible if you have no friends, no online. Scarlet and Violet raids are
Yeah,
better
sure.
solo because you don't lose time from the AI getting knocked out.
Yeah, that's how I saw a lot of people do the Sword and Shield ones with friends, and
Yeah.
now I understand why, based on what you're saying. Okay. I thought that was not solid. I'm having all the problems because I'm trying to, you know, go on bridge. It's kind of neat doing this. Yeah, but at least from our experience in Scarlet Violet, it's not much different. Like, it still seems like you need to go in a full squad of people to have an easier time, because the AI brings in, like, some of the worst spawn I've ever seen.
Oh, it's okay, Ethan. I'm just sorry we can't really help you. I haven't had time to play Pokemon, and not only that, like I haven't even bought the DLC yet. So I'm like, it'd probably be a little bit before I even get to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited for the DLC for Pokemon. I just haven't had.
Yeah, honestly,
time
both
ready.
versions of it, they're coming out really bad times. So it's like, if anything, maybe
This
next
week.
year.
This week has been really kind of bad too. And it's just like I haven't had that. I don't know. I'm trying to finish up 10 at the moment. I'm trying to finish up the super bosses on that. I'm grinding out all these characters for them. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Okay, so if I don't homie attack that guy, I can get an extreme. That's really good to know. I've never gotten that thing before. I thought the highest it can go was tight.
What's the point threshold for A on hard mode?
Yeah, I cannot remember, so good question. I gotta look it up. I have the
Okay.
thing open, I just haven't looked. I'm jumping down here still, but I'm just doing it safer this time. Okay, that's not any safer! Radical looks like that's... Which one is that hard? Okay, it looks like it's 1600, which is not that much, to be fair.
If only I had one to give you.
Yeah. I need more slots, I think, because I have so many emails. I don't want to get rid of any of them.
Yeah, I know.
It's like one of those hard things. That's usually why it's like that Rage one is probably one of the most applicable ones to use half the time, just because it's the same energy. because it's just internal frying, which is very
Internal
accurate.
frying.
Here we go.
Oh man, gotta get that soap sponsorship. This stream is sponsored by Soap Shoes.
I don't even know how long that actually lasts as a proper deal, because in the GameCube version it had the same branding, but that was only a year after this came out on Dreamcast, so that makes sense. After Dreamcast, though, that branding went away, because the HD ports don't have it anymore. Oh, good! My favorite camera here! Yep, that's my favorite. It's gotta be a night. I mean, I expect this every time I play this game, but still. I'm literally not even dying from my own hand anymore. It's just a bad camera. Which, again, that's par for the course with Sonic.
Is Soap Shoes still around?
I think the brand is, yeah. I know their shoes are supposed to be pretty expensive, but they're more for that style than anything else.
Yes, I think they're still around. Yeah.
Here we go.
1997 is when it was founded.
So honestly, it wasn't that far off until the actual brand deal happened with Sega. It was like maybe 4 years beforehand. Just shy of it.
They're still around too. So.
Yeah.
No,
that's good,
this
they're still around.
The stream isn't sponsored by Soap Shoes.
Hey, they want to give me free shoes, I wouldn't complain.
You could always go for a pretty good pair of shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Current ones have holes in them. Be nice to replace with soaps. Like the shoes, not
And-
the actual bar soap.
Here we go.
I could use a new pair of shoes. I've been eating mine quite often lately.
There, I can actually see now.
I thought that camera
It's kind of a
changed
miracle
for
when you can
second.
actually see.
Oh god, I was like, oh my god, don't say that just yet. Camera keeps doing weird things.
As it always does, to be fair. Alright, I don't have a problem anymore. Especially with the shield, I don't have to worry about rings. Just be careful of that one bot near the end, because that was our problem, like, what feels like 20 minutes ago. That one beetle alone cost a lot of time. I'm forgetting that's there. I doubt I get the points now, but it's like, might as well, because Muppets, I feel like it's justified. Screwed me over. Nice camera.
We're gonna be saying that quite a lot tonight, by the way.
Always. You usually see it more as a problem in the speed stage than anything else, because the whole, speed. You know what? No risks.
There's no time to play.
When else did you use Lightspeed attack Shadow, am I right?
Here we go.
Like, it's so useless for him compared to Sonic. See, that alone is more than enough. Yeah, see, overachieved.
Ultimate victory.
Like, it's not a problem for the score here. It's just a matter of, can I not die because I look at wall or floor? The answer may surprise you.
Emblem list.
Ah. Switcheroo. Pay attention, otherwise death. Don't know how I got that cool doing a somersault there. Normally I get it from a Lightspeed dash, but sure. You want to say that's cool? I'll just smile and nod, because it definitely wasn't. Lame. 500. Imagine there was a lame bonus, just to taunt with the player. Like,
Lame.
lame would be like your 100-point bonus, just to say, you tried, we'll give you something, but you really gotta do better.
No, I was thinking about like ones where they would actually take away points.
Oh man, that'd be a punishment, because they did that with rings in the classics, so why not?
Yeah, like Kira said, lame minus 100 points. Do you need water, Amber? Are you okay? Do you want candies? Okay.
Uninspired minus 1,000. Oh, my favorite's gonna be plagiarism. Minus 2k. Just based on like you're copying Sonic Shadow. It's 2k. Minus 2k. Wait, I can't remember. Where do we go? Where do we go? How the heck did I not die from that? It's supposed to fall down here, but not like that. Honestly, that was me having a brain fart moment. Not realizing which direction to go. Probably should have just went to Lightspeed Dash panel area. It's fine. Bye, Big. Bye, Big. Oh wow, they made the shortcut even easier. Who would have thought? I love doing the home, like the Looney Tunes S style, like Annabelle shortcut, I'll call it. But they make it even easier in hard mode because there's now 2 of them. Yeah, that should be enough. I think it's 15k here, so yeah, we're good. It's our 14 or 15. Man, I can check. I have a list. Let's see. Wait, jungle. No, it's 13. Well, that's even easier.
Emblem
The
list.
main is 14. How's the main level version 14,000, but this one's 13? Unless, no, well, that may have been the other one. I got to check back. Well, I missed the jump anyways. I want those points. I have this little zoomed in. That's why I'm like, what is this? Hard mode. No, it is less. Yeah, weird. Don't know why they nerfed it. It's really not that much harder to get points in that level, but alright. 1,000 points less makes it a little bit easier. Sure. I'm all for it, I guess. I think the most punishing part about this level was honestly the start, because they don't give you many rings. Like, the fact they only gave you rings like right before the first checkpoint. You gotta be careful. I had a feeling. Like, I don't like this guy here, and that's specifically why. I feel like I always get shot.
Gosh,
I'm
I
not
really
getting a
need to
ring
stop
bonus
doing that.
anymore, but oh god, I forgot to put this here because lol. Funny joke. Ah man, it's like I'm playing Sonic Heroes hard mode.
I really need to get better about this mute button.
Oh, for God's sake.
I forgot that I was on mute for like the past like 3 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You don't have an indicator
literally-
probably on it, so unless you
Yeah.
don't like look at the thing saying mute or not, I don't blame you. Oh, there's rings there. I didn't know that. Give me a ring.
But
Never mind.
No,
Who needs rings?
I asked you. I said, "How do you switch between rails real quick?"
I just hold that direction and press the jump button.
Okay.
Oh my god. You can climb that. Like, I played this game so much over the years, I'm used to the weirdness of the rails, like, when they work and when they don't, thankfully. Because you probably shouldn't do that most of the time. Just, like, take your time and then rail switch. But I'm doing it fast because it's just, like, I kind of have a better feel when they let you actually do it. That's why I was trying to do it there. Because balls. Spike balls everywhere. Spike balls everywhere. I'm not even going the right way. Then that's why that's a problem, because I can't really aim correctly on that jump. Like, the worst part about this, I now remember it now, just with all the balls everywhere. This level is just pretty much spike ball pit, because every time you turn around, there is a spike ball in your face. That is the actual problem with Skyrim hard mode. Because other than that, it's really unchanged. Some enemies may have been moved, but that's not that bad. I love how I said before I have an idea of the rail switching and it just shoots me into the pit. That will still happen even when you know how the game mechanic works, because it just doesn't work well. Didn't get this right until like 2005. And then they went backwards a little bit for 06, so then they started to screw it up again. There we go. Like, when he's leaning very much, like, precariously off the edge is a good time to swap, because he's very much going to hit the other rail. That's kind of the trick to it. Oh, I didn't get the jump. That's fine. I can just do this.
Gotta love Spin Dash, man.
That's the reason why I didn't come back for many, many years in a 3D game. And then when it finally did come back, from what I'm understanding in Frontiers, yeah, we're back to the we can break things when we want syndrome, so kind of what I thought. Well, so much for my life and the points. I held the button too. Sometimes that will happen. It will just eat the homing attack version of your jump. One button. My favorite. Can I cheat and install the 2-button mod, please?
Hey, Yuji Naka, are you glad you're in jail now? Because tired of this 1-button syndrome.
What was even the point, man? It's like you look back at it and you think, what was the point? The Dreamcast had multiple buttons and a good chunk of them went unused in SA1 and 2. Just to keep it simple for the player. Like, no. Use what you got.
No, I agree with you. Because someone was stubborn.
That's essentially what it was. It was just like, because this is how I've been doing it kind of situation. It's stubbornness.
Because someone was stubborn. Well, you know what? That someone is in jail. For insider trading.
Yeah, 3D didn't know how to handle it. I think it worked a little bit better in Sonic Adventure 1, because they map things a little bit better with the 1-button situation there. Characters play a little simpler. In this game, when the speed characters have multiple actions on the 1 button, it's like, okay, you didn't have to simplify it this much. It doesn't work in the sequel. Not in the same way.
Lester, are you sure you don't want to play the 1-button phenomenon game Balan Wonderworld?
We have a Tuesday slot open up, so you're not wrong.
I fear for your sanity, my friend. Especially after the past couple of streams where they really tested it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm really worried.
A normal stream though. That's right. I'm right. So.
Shout out to Yuji Naka for not having smooth rotation in Sonic 1 special taste because it gave it motion sickness.
Yeah, of all things, right? It's like, how ironic that gave him motion sickness. Well, guess what? It gave everyone else motion sickness too.
100% runs due to you. Yeah, that's the gosh darn truth there.
And you all want to see Zelda again, don't you? My God, help me.
What, for Tears of the Kingdom?
I mean, I know everyone would actually want to see that if I did it.
I mean,
After how Breath of the Wild went.
You haven't even finished the game, my friend. I want you to just beat it. I just want you to beat it. I don't care if you 100% it. Maybe second place.
21 returns. Oh, that's right. Whatever Zelda game can we stream for the rest of the year alongside of it?
Ultimate victory.
Because honestly, that was a big mistake. I'm like, oh, we could probably beat AOC really fast. Like, how long is Age of Calamity, really? It only took me like 2 months to beat Hyrule Warriors 1. Oh, okay. Mistakes were made. I get you.
Well,
I was the dummy and said, you know what? This game isn't hard to 100%. Let's 100% it. That alone ended like 3 months of that game's life. Like, if I did not 100% that game, it would not last as long as it did. Just flat out.
It's already beginning the Zelda year again because you already 100%ed Wind Waker earlier this year.
Yeah. At least that I did, like, alongside a non-Zelda game, so...
Yeah.
At least it was different enough.
Luckily.
I pulled a U and played a Metroid game with it. Specifically Prime.
Yeah. Because I always like playing Zelda and Metroid together. They're kind of like very similar like games.
Yeah. Also worked out in your case because like that's how you were introduced to both. You got them both at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because
speaking
in
of
the
funny-
collection that might have cost you your unborn 3 children.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny?
Specifically.
I was watching Steven vlogs. Like he was talking about. He was talking about like, oh, his GameCube collection is like very, very close to being complete. He says the only thing he doesn't have is the Zelda Metroid combo pack from that one special edition GameCube that was released one time. And I'm sitting looking over my shelf saying, oh.
I have one of those too.
I have one of that. And then it's like one of those moments like, I could be a good person and give it, but then in the same sense, like, I don't want to give this away.
Oh man, it's gonna come that one day, it's like, I need to pay for surgery. Well, it's nice knowing you, Metroid Zelda. I'll just play the other Metroid Zelda. Because you're just like, holds Wii U copies.
Amber said she said, no, we can't afford that, no. You keep that.
I was gonna say can't afford to get it back, yeah. Definitely can afford to sell it, but you'll never get it back.
I mean, I could always just buy the 2 games separately. It's literally just that. It's just the case that is different.
It costs you a fraction to buy them separately compared to that collection.
Plus, I have Wind Waker HD. Why am I going to play OG Zelda
and Metroid
again?
Prime Remaster for the same reason.
And Metroid Prime Remaster. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you hold up like the Wii U and the Switch versions of like 2 different games. Like, yep, I'm set.
Just sell the disc. No, he wanted the complete copy. He says
the
he's
discs don't matter. Because the discs are literally the exact same as the standalone releases. It's apparently just the box and the manual that you really would want. Because that's when they put the things in one box, which is more valuable.
Well, actually,
I think the manuals are still separate too, right?
Yeah, the manuals are the same. It just has both Wind Wakers and Metroid Primes in it.
Yeah, I just imagine they're stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, they're just stacked on top of each other, yeah, so that's literally it. The only thing that's different is the box. That makes it worth my unborn child. It's literally the box.
Yeah. That box alone, man, is worth a lot.
That you could go and print out yourself and get a blank case and put it in, and it literally would serve the same purpose.
Yep, which is why it's so hard to buy a thing like that in the used market, because you don't know if you're buying a legitimate copy of this dual pack or if you're getting a bootleg, because that's the only difference, and that's easy to replicate.
Just get a TOS box and fit it in the paper copy. Yeah, I guess I could do that, but in the same sense, like, I don't know. That was part of my childhood, and I don't want to get rid of it, because that's literally how I bought my GameCube, was with that copy.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's a thing, unless you had the part for it, I don't see why you would.
I'm not going to part with it. I just thought it was funny. It was just a funny coincidence that I looked over on my shelf whenever he said that. I was like, oh, I literally hold the one game that prevents Steven Plays from having complete GameCube collection.
You gotta be the guy donating an extra life. Play Metroid Prime Wind Waker combo. Holds up my copy. It's like, wow, that's a really weird donation. Guess this guy give me some sass. Sir, please stop shooting.
Man, I can't wait for Extra Life. I always like watching their Extra Life streams.
This year, apparently, it's going to be a very packed one because they're doing Wii, GameCube, and Wii U. So just playing 3 systems in one, which I guess is fair. They've been doing Wii for like 3 years, I think, in a row. Something like that. So it's time to change it up.
I think I did Wii U too on that.
Yeah, they combine Wii and Wii U. Because it's like playing the same system, might as well. Library's so small in Wii U.
Ultimate
well,
victory.
Now we're done. So now we just gotta figure out who next. I have 3. No more speeds.
Okay, so Knuckles, I'm guessing.
That will do.
Knowing Harlock, I wouldn't be surprised. Take out Shadow.
That
Not Knuckles.
will do.
We're next, apparently. We all know this luck.
That will do.
That will do.
You know, that was long enough that it did give me enough time to actually, update the wheel. Thanks, Shadow, for all your that will do speeches. So, let's see. Out of the 3 left, are we going at all to a mech character? Because we still have 2 left. Haven't touched them at all. Or are we going to play Knuckles next? Just because, we're stuck in memes.
And Knuckles.
No, actually, we're going to a mech character for once. It's Tails time. It's TT. Man, imagine if TT, like the Diddy Kong Race that just stood for Tails. Just a bait and switch.
Just imagine TT just being the last character in Mario Kart.
If only, but we know that's not going to be the case because we got our 4th day. I seen that coming because they announced Mario Kart Tour's being shut down after October. It's like, oh, we're probably getting Mario Kart 8 news soon, huh? Because the game is literally ending. That's also coinciding with another one. It kind of makes sense, and sure enough.
Yeah. Hey, Super Spyro.
Hey, Super Spyro, how you doing? Yeah, I know the characters on that front. 2 returning from older games, 2 returning from Tour, which is good. The ones they picked, I think, were good characters. Let's just say that. And I don't know when that's coming. I think they just said winter, so we don't actually have a date. We just have a release window, which I think we all kind of expected to be. Like winter, it's like, you don't say.
Winner. I'm sorry. You're a winner.
Not shut down new content. Yeah, well, what I mean by shut down is like new content being made. I think that, like, Division's being shut down now. The support's like ended. So what you see is what you got. Which, as soon as they took away the microtransactions from it, I guess it's like, I guess I'm not really too surprised to see this, because that's really the bread and butter for that game. Once that was taken away, it felt like it's just a matter of time. Because they're not making anything from it anymore.
Missed like 8 minutes of the stream because the internet was acting up. Our internet was acting up earlier too. Like right before the stream, when we got on the stream, it was like going in and out. We had to reset it a couple times. Weird. I'm sorry that happened, Ethan.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta love those random hiccups, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I can get that. Yeah, it's only 5 rings anyways. I can't get it unless I go in the room, so it's just not worth it. My favorite. The problem I have with doing 100 ring missions as mechs is you're constantly getting hit in these missions, so a shield is a must-have. How often you get hit.
Means more bonus points. Okay, Elmo Chow. Hey Sega, when's the next Sonic Team All-Star Racing?
I mean, after how last one did, probably not for a while. Because I think Team Sonic Racing kind of flopped. Which honestly came out at a really bad time, so I'm not surprised if that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I think it did well enough, but I don't think it did as good as Team Sonic
All-Star
Racing.
Racing.
Do good as Team Sonic Racing. No. Yeah, it didn't do as good as All-Star Racing Transformed. I think that was a much better time with Lease, hence why it did so much better.
That game was so good.
Honestly, it really was. Like, the gimmick of the teams on Team Sonic Racing, I heard was just not really that interesting, or even good in some fashion. If you weren't playing with friends, I heard the AI was horrible to work with for single player. It's like a coin flip if you actually can win certain levels because of how bad it can get. I heard apparently if you're going for like the platinum in that game, don't. That's why. Man, that's a really good moment of like, it will shoot you in the back kind of thing. It's like, yeah, same apparently with the platinum. It's really stupid to get, from what I understand, just because of the AI problems. Like, some trophy/achievements are way easier to get than others. So anyone that you have to win, like, certain difficulties, it's just, yeah, it's definitely luck-based. Because you can do as good as you can, but if Knuckles decides to drive on a wall for 3 minutes straight, then you just lose.
Knuckles, quit being stupid. Shut up! Can you stop driving into a wall for 5 minutes?
Oh no. Don't you sass me.
Oh no. What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive you for putting him in jail.
Even when you wait for the thing to come, you still get shot. And if I can do this in a little more effective way, I might be able to finish at this other checkpoint. So I'm gonna try to get a little more rings before I can get there. I might be able to squeeze by, but I'll even deal with that beetle. If I can, that'd be ideal. So I'm going back with this.
Man, really? Sega does. Well, no, they don't. Nintendo copied Sega. When did this game come out? 2001?
I believe the original was 2000. GameCube, I think, was 2001.
Okay. Then Nintendo copied Sega, then. Okay, because, just think about it. It's like, you know, this game and Sunshine have so much in common in some way. You know, Shadow version of the main character. Main character just got thrown in jail for something he didn't do. It's like,
yep. Like, at the time, they were very similar, but they were being developed similarly time-wise. It's kind of funny.
yeah.
Like, they didn't look at each other's notes, but they might as well have been kind of copied. I just want to see a version of Sonic Adventure 2 that just has Sonic with, like, a water gun behind him. Give him his one true weakness, water, as a weapon. You gotta be kidding me. That was only 3 rings there anyway, so that wouldn't have helped, but man, come on.
This is the slow part of the game, man.
Oh, I forgot the most useless thing up here. Life. It's like, that doesn't help me get points, nor does it help me get rings.
Probably coincidence, although Sunshine was one of the rare times Nintendo copied Sega in regards to crunch.
Yeah, that's true, because they needed a GameCube game with Mario in it coming out very soon. They didn't get one at launch. So I was like, we need another one now.
What do you mean Luigi doesn't count? Hey, Mario's in that game!
Yeah, for all of like 5 seconds.
Even that he was in a painting?
That's how we get the 5 seconds. Maybe longer if you stay in the room longer.
And all these kids be like, I don't like Luigi's Mansion when it first came out. Now they're like, man, I love Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, people really didn't know what they had in their hands back then.
I always liked Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, no, it's a good game. I think it was definitely crapped on a little more back then. But I think a lot of games had that in the GameCube era, though. It wasn't just Luigi. Because it's different. The GameCube was a very experimental area for Nintendo games.
Yeah, it was
your like traditional style stuff.
It was an expensive console too at the time.
Also, yeah, 'cause
So
it
you
had
were on-
VR, which got scrapped immediately. So yeah, very expensive. That's a first.
Tay.
This wouldn't be nearly as bad if I had like a shield 5 seconds in. That'd be nice.
Hey, Lester. You have Ulstry. You still have 2 more characters to do after this.
That's true. So. I just realized something.
How many emblems do you have?
We have to do this now. Just realized, wait a minute. Just like with Rouge, we got the route stuff, so I'm being distracted by Tails shooting. Sorry, put Tails in a car next. A Team Sonic Racing no one asked for.
That was the biggest whiplash I think I've ever seen that happen on this stream. What am I doing mech? I gotta be in a car!
Exactly. Wait, what am I doing? Let's blow up the Switch. Like, wait, no! Go back to your Sonic. No, it's a funny Squid Game. That's gonna cost like $5.8 million. And not that funny Squid Game, the other funny Squid Game.
Oh, Splatoon at home, okay.
No, that's Roblox.
Alright, let's... Oh, yeah.
You've seen that, huh?
Yeah, I saw it.
Alright, good, so at least you know context. That is definitely a Splatoon at home mode if I've ever seen one. Well, that guy did.
I literally thought you failed the mission because I thought this was the don't hit cars mission. As soon
Don't worry,
as that
that's
happened,
happening
I was like,
next.
wait a second.
It's like, wow, why do you get a cutscene for dying? That's a new
No,
one.
seriously though, that was like the funniest transition to like, what am I doing? And then go switch to car. Like, what am I doing playing a mech as a mech character? I gotta be in a car, man.
Because I honestly forgot about this. So this is literally what happened last time. Play a speed character for like an hour, 2 hours or so, and then realize, go on a car. It is just a repeat of last week in some fashion.
This really is a
Give me
repeat
Tails.
of last week. My gosh, how did this happen?
How did that count? Ref! Ref! God, I scream it all the time I play this mode for a very obvious reason.
Hey, you could be like that one guy in a soccer game that pulled out Uno reverse card at the referee.
I feel
Did
like
you hear
I
about
needed it
that?
for the taxi. Yeah, I think you told me that. Like, I think it was from last week's stream.
You know what's the funniest thing about that? I told my coworker when I showed this. I said the guy did it wrong because the ref pulled out a yellow penalty card. He should have responded with a yellow reverse card. That's how you play the game right, guys.
Yeah, he did just kind of pull out the reverse card, not knowing
He
how it
just
actually
pulled
worked.
out a green reverse card. I'm like, that's illegal. You can't do that. He pulled
That's
out
like
a yellow
someone
card.
summoning Exodia with the leg. Like, sorry, you need like 4 other body pieces. Oh. So I might just spoil what I'm gonna pull next, huh? Yeah.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the moment that Lester, finishes this set of levels, goes to Tails, and then he's like, what am I doing? And it switches over to Knuckles.
Alright, now we gotta find those treasures.
He's like, screw what this wheel says. I gotta stay consistent with my schedule. Every time he does
Oh my
that, I
God.
think he gets hurt. Every time he goes, ah! I think he got hurt for some reason.
That's fair. That is like his default, like, ouch sound.
The most uninspired, Yahoo!
You can tell that's a line ripped from something else. That was not designed for the car mode. Because that definitely doesn't fit.
You know that meme that Kira posted in the Discord with Akari playing Uno, and the guy in front of him has Exodia? I kept thinking that would lay them down and she would pull out the reverse card.
Yeah,
No,
you know,
Exodia.
fair. I was thinking that too when I saw the meme. It's like, if that card next up in her hand is just a reverse card, wow, so much for Exodia. Then she also pulls Pot of Greed.
I'll agree. The most powerful card in Duel Monsters. Do you know what it does? Allows you to draw two
no, I
cards.
don't. Well, it's not like I heard this every other episode. Please explain it to me again.
Allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. How can he do that? That's too OP. Apparently, in tournaments, it is OP.
Well, it was. I
because-
think they reversed that now. It's not banned anymore.
It isn't?
No, I think they, because of how crazy the game has gotten now with like first turn moves, I think it doesn't matter as it used to. So they just started to allow it again.
I legit can't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, like modern rules, because literally I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but it's just like I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, I cannot read the text on this card anymore. There's too much text.
Fair. There is a lot of rules and just extra things you gotta learn with each monster card and traps and all that. It's just a lot to keep up with. It's Magic the Gathering now, just with Yu-Gi-Oh skin.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Pretty sure Pot of Greed is still either banned or you're limited to just 1 copy in your deck. Yeah, I think it's still limited.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
like it was banned like entirely at one point, but now it's not. So it's probably just like you only get the one.
That's why tournaments like cards like Upstart Goblin, which is if you draw, it allows you to draw 2 cards, but your opponent gains 1,000 life points.
Yeah, it's one way to still keep the Pot of Greed effect, but without having just like no consequence for using it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them to just click through the map. That has happened before. Like, well, that family's dead, but at least I don't have to worry about killing them.
Yeah, that was
maybe more of it,
close.
but it's true. And with that, we win. Can I, like, do this? Yeah, there you go! I was wanting that. Let's go. Hitting that hardcore reverse tails. That's right, President. I'm coming. Sorry, tell me when to turn left.
Lester, are
So
you sitting
dumb.
in your chair backwards?
Yeah. Might have got the idea when I hit the mic with the chair, because it's like I can't see things behind me.
I mean, like, I don't have the stream open on my end, but...
I know, you can't see the visual guy. That's the problem when I do the game streaming setup. To be fair, I probably should just like start feeding the camera through as well, just because.
It's okay.
Any visual gags that you actually see.
Yeah, you know, I've known you long enough, I know what your jokes are, so...
Also fair. Now,
What
to
am I
me, the
doing?
hardest part in this mission is that one tunnel we go through, the one that's like the size of a pencil. Because this is much better than Rouge. Much better. That's why we'll be right back to the prison lane area soon enough. With more rings. Give me 10 minutes. Here, let's try backwards again. Instantly fails the mission. Like, I can't do that little show-off trick in any Mission 4 level because, think why.
You'll automatically lose.
Now imagine a speedrunner being here on good pace, but they're on autopilot thinking, hey, let me just do like the cool show-off move of driving backwards. Just instantly lose their run. I mean, I've seen dumber things. I've seen people do dumber things when they think they're ahead.
Oh yes, don't hit the wall. Can't get those scratches on the tornado.
Look, Tails, you work with this stuff for a living all the time. You can just buff it out. Buff that out.
Oh. Oh. What am I doing? Drives car.
You know, I have one question though. What is canonical here? Does Tails actually drive a car to catch the president, or does he fly there with the tornado as a plane? Because he does both. In Hero Story, he drives. In Dark Story, he flies. Which one is it?
What does Sonic X say?
Pick one, Tails. Pick one. I think he actually flies the plane. I don't think he ever drives a
Okay.
car in X with his tornado.
Okay,
I don't even
let's
think it has a car mode in Sonic X, but I know I think it should still have its mech form. But I haven't seen the show in like a couple years, so I don't remember. I remember watching it through, I think, like 5 or so years ago, because I never saw it fully. So I was watching it, I think, around the time it came to Netflix, probably around then, something like that.
Alright, Ethan, you have a good dinner, okay, bud?
Yeah, enjoy food.
Enjoy your food. I doubt any wall bumps for my ASA2 speed run would be intentional, given how long the Hundo run would be. It'd be like likely from exhaustion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The scenario I think on that is someone doing it immediately on autopilot. They would need to be ahead only by like a fraction of a second or so for that to cost them the run. So yeah, like you don't see it happen. It'd be funny, but you don't see it happen. Because you do see people do that drive backwards thing in a speedrun like all the time, because like what else do you do at a level like this? You have so much downtime here, so might as well just do something flashy for the audience. What a lot of runners like to do. But for these missions, they do play a little bit more careful just because of how long it takes. You fail once, you do the whole thing again. I don't want to fail like 3 minutes in. I'm demonstrating why.
Ba, ba, ba. Get tired of this song after doing it
Exhibit
a
B
while.
as to why you don't want to redo this multiple times.
I'm getting closer.
Tails, you find the president yet?
No. I think he's in
I
his
could've
own
found-
mech.
But like, I could have found him before you could have even had this conversation. It's like, yeah, I know, Sonic. Why don't you get to it?
I'm a little busy right now, Tails. Sonic. You're out of Sonic. Yeah. What about it? Stop getting chili dogs, please.
Did you find the president?
Don't stop coming over here and getting chili dogs until they sponsor me, because it only makes sense. But yeah, they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I mean, the most like obvious partnership that's never happened. Maybe someday.
Well, actually, you know what? They did acknowledge Sonic on Twitter at one point.
Oh man, that was a real bad drift. I mean, there's at least that. Yeah, the acknowledgement is one thing. Just wonder when they eventually will do some kind of a partnership. Look, man, is Sonic a partner with like a motherboard manufacturer of all things? They could partner with the Sonics. Because you've seen that, right? Like, I think it's a Z590 board or something from ASRock. It's just Sonic themed. Which mainly is just like a blue and white board with Sonic on like the side. Kinda it. Extra $100, please. Besides that piece, what else would you put in for all Sonic build? It's gotta be the fastest of the fast. Just flat out. Because it's gotta be faster because it's Sonic. You can't go Team Red because that'd be Shadow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you want to go Team Blue because it's not fast enough.
Yeah.
Search bar auto searches out download more RAM for higher speeds.
Almost, Sonic.
Sonic gets scanned. I can see that. Sonic wouldn't know any better. He'd click the link faster than anyone else because it has speed in it. Like, I could just imagine him having an all-blue system because, of course, he is. He's blue. It must match him. Anything else? Tails would have to do the job for him because Sonic won't know the first thing about a computer. Tails would be like, fine, I guess I'm the one having to put it together for you, Sonic. Lucky I'm your friend and I like you.
Yeah, I found the president.
I can see Tails rocking like the most expensive stuff and the best of the best because he kind of needs it for his job. It's like I'm seeing him building a supercomputer. Which I feel like it's kind of what he already does in like the games.
How many emeralds?
I'm probably not far off.
The president must
Alright,
be
here's a
over
freebie.
there. Let's go.
Just gotta win. Because the score threshold, the time doesn't matter. You legit cannot get anything lower than an A here. So just beat level, instant A.
You'll find a way.
Dude, somehow you get a .01 over, so B rank. Like, wait, how did that even happen? How's the President's limo driving this highway? How are all these people driving this highway? Same answer. Good question.
I'm getting
Talkberry.
closer.
Acquired.
I just love seeing the cars go up that ramp. It's like they're riding up a roller coaster and they're high in the air. It's like, I'm pretty sure if that's an actual family in there, I'm probably gonna die on impact. It's gonna hurt.
Yahoo!
Yeah, like, how does that guy go so high going 10 miles an hour on a highway? Like, I'm barely driving, and I barely get off the ground. This guy's barely driving, and he goes 30 feet up. Same jump.
Tails, did you find the president?
Tails, did you find the president?
A few more minutes.
Not even that, Tails.
Yeah, it's like, give me one.
And you win?
You need about 20 seconds, I think, when you're here, so yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, you know we have the backwards again. It just looks so dumb. But to be fair, if you want a hard mode of this level, an actual hard mode, drive backwards. You gotta go left to turn right, and it's so awkward. It's not just holding that direction. You gotta keep in mind your momentum, too. It's awkward as heck. Alright, at the jail.
Content prison?
Yeah. I mean,
How many
Saturday's
emeralds
coming
do
up,
you
so not
have?
wrong.
What's wrong with Saturday?
Hey, it's Sonic related. It's fitting. You gotta go fast the mode. Swim speed up. I don't know by how much, they didn't say, because you never do in these challenges. But yeah, it's challenges.
Oh, is there another
weekend, so I gotta
challenge?
record one. Yeah, on Saturday there's
Man.
one.
Is it at midnight again?
Oh, you know their times all too well, so yes. Starts at midnight to 2, then I think the next one's like 8 to 10, and then it's like 4 to 6, something like that. I gotta look at the schedule again. Just can't remember if it's the 10 to midnight or the midnight to 2 a.m. one this time. They alternate for whatever reason. All I know is I'm probably doing the afternoon one because of obvious reasons.
Who wants to do a Splatoon 3 challenge at 3 in the morning? Oh boy, 3 a.m. Nintendo, what is wrong with you? Why do you make it at midnight?
No, you can just leave it there. What's wrong with you? I think everyone asks that every day, so it's also accurate. That's also right. I forgot the game's updating right now because of banners coming out for Off the Hook. Of all the things update the game for, am I right? It has some bug fixes in it, to be fair, so it's more than just like, here's a banner, 501. That's it for patch notes. Oh my god, I could have done this like 20 minutes ago. That was the easier way to win. That's fine. We have to do the car thing anyways.
Wait, what are you doing?
Rings. Num 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 num.
I mean, like,
I had to go on my inner
shouldn't
sonic
you
boom for a minute.
Shouldn't you be doing Knuckles?
Sorry, we gotta ignore the wheel, go nuts now. It's fine, there's like no rings right now. It does not matter.
It will later, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now it will.
Okay.
Hug the wall because I don't want to get shot.
I just love that the wanted poster in this level just said, "I want this, adorable little fox, $1 million, $1 million, dead or
Yeah,
alive."
of all the things, right? It's like it's wholesome, except not. Who wanted alive? At least it didn't say dead or alive, right? This is still bad. No, not just thinking, this is a stupid joke, but imagine if someone typos that poster, which is supposed to say wanted dead or alive, it just says want dead or alive. It's like, wait, do you want a criminal or do you just want a video game? Yes.
I want Tails Sky Patrol.
Wanted. Tails Sky Patrol. Wait, what? Alright, here, just have this GameCube card. I didn't want this anyways.
Boy, do I have the game for you. It's called Sonic Origins Plus.
Okay.
I didn't want this game anyways. Just still hands on the cartridge.
Why is this level so loud?
And this is with the sound being tweaked. By OG HD version. Rip eardrums.
Okay.
Let's just say, if you're gonna be that friend, like, I'm gonna play Sonic Adventure 2, but I'm gonna be kind to my friends around me, so I'm gonna wear open back headphones to get to this level. They're gonna be like, please stop playing Sonic Adventure 2. I can hear everything. It's not helping as much as you think, sir.
It's always the third try.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's like a frame-perfect jump. That's why I keep on pausing. Because you can just slightly extend that hover up. Can't remember. Is there something down here? I'm just deaf. I keep on thinking there's a thing down here, isn't there? Or am I just crazy?
No.
Probably that.
I think you're just crazy. 'Cause I don't remember the thing being down there.
No, wait, no, there's a launcher, but I don't remember if it's, like, further up or behind. It's pointless either way for a ring mission. But there's a launch pad there. I keep on thinking it because I always hit it by accident. And then forget about it years later. Then hit it again, and then years later forget. It's like, it's a cycle. That's a new one. If I have enough time still after this, I will be shocked. That's a good 20 seconds gone because of gravity.
Yeah.
Now you know, definitely going for the skip because I kind of need to.
Gotta go for the skip, man.
Okay, well, we're in experimental mode. What's down here? That was the fastest experiment of my life. It didn't even happen yet. Instantly dies.
Your stream's trying to get... My internet's being kind of weird right now. Your stream is trying to catch up with the audio so quickly. So it's like it's like the mech is going like 50 like at times 50 speed right now.
Well, I can imagine the music also being really weird, being a normal pace of beep 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 beep, beep, beep like that.
It's doing that.
Yeah, it'll go from 0 to 100 real fast.
Like I'm hearing you kill the gold beetle like 20 seconds after you shot it on stream.
Yeah, that's some nice delay right there if I ever seen it.
Yeah.
So I guess that pause buffer must be even more infuriating when it happens later.
Yeah. It's not your fault, it's my internet.
Yeah, no, that's just like the stream catching up because of a delay on the internet.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm going to prove this real quick. Okay, it's nothing there. I might be thinking of a different mission, like maybe hard mode. Shot. Like, this is one of the most stressful parts of the level for a ring mission. There's really not much you can do here. I love how that jet's still making noises when it's gone. My favorite.
Like I said, this level is loud for no reason.
Janky level. Ah, like the rest of the game. It just fits at home. I feel like I gotta run up here and cry myself to sleep because I need one more ring. It's only up there. I don't even think I can get another ring for that moment, so I'm just kind of screwed. Because if I can get one beforehand, that'd be better. I don't remember rings being down that path that I skipped because I didn't want to get shot to death. But I might try that next time to see. Like, the problem with this A rank, I remember this one being kind of a high time because of this alone. Like, there's not many rings in the level. Most of your rings are very scattered. How many rings did I get on the way up that, like, spiral? I think it was 6. Not much. Oh, I have an idea. If I fail this again, I might do this.
Okay.
Okay, well now I'm gonna do this. New idea. I'm gonna get me extra rings from that checkpoint. There's enough to put me at 30 before I hit the checkpoint. If I go to 40, it'll give me like 10 back instead. So I'll just get the extra rings in front of it, turn around, and get the checkpoint. Because these missions essentially are just... You have to start from the beginning regardless, so checkpoints don't matter. But I want to hit them for the score bonuses, so they're my lucrative item pulls. I think I remember the faster way to complete this mission, I think, is just to skip this checkpoint, get some rings, and then double back. Not gonna be much faster, apparently, but you know what? It will be. Let's grab these. Turn.
Time to hit the checkpoint.
Problem is, I can't see. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot right now with this kind of a camera. I literally have to fight it.
Don't
So
you just
this
love
might
it?
not be any better, but we'll find out. Oh, that not crumble. I think because of this, like I said, there's 6 rings. Yeah, I think I might be able to skip this section coming up and just ride the anvil up. I might. Because that will give me 60... Yeah, that's only 68. Maybe... Gotta fly around. 70... Yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good. Be careful here, because I don't want to get killed. Why? But why? It box like a mile wide. I'm just looking around in case I didn't get any other packs, just to be safe. 'Cause I'm trying to remember all the ring packs, dude. There's just not many. Okay, don't. Oh, that's why. I was gonna say. I don't know why I took damage. I saw the road was cracked. It's like, oh yeah, that's the walkway I just skipped off of. Yeah, what I'm doing is like my best bet for rings. Okay. 'Cause no other ring packs have been found. This is what I remember about the ring missions for these mech characters. They're just very tight on ring count, so they can be annoying. Not hard, just annoying. Like even one ring in this level being missed is a really bad thing. That's not... I don't think it's as good of an idea to skip this one. I'm gonna just hit now. Based on that time deficit, it's just probably faster to get rings along the way instead of smuggle rings backwards. Find my way I am. Just the missile. And don't quit the video game. What can I say? Stubborn. I remember why I always go for the health packing when I don't need it. It's not for the health.
Oh god. Amiibo alerts just posted. It said Zelda and Daddy Amiibo are up on Best Buy.
Of course they call it Daddy instead of Ganon. Of course. Why is the Ganon Amiibo $5 more, by the way? It doesn't look like it's really that much bigger.
Probably the giant crown part of the bottom of his feet.
I guess. It's like, it didn't look like it was much bigger, at least in the pictures. I guess you might have to see it like out of its box to really get it. But I just looked at like the small thumbnail pictures you get on listings. Like, that does not look like it's $5 more quality, but alright. Probably looks different in person.
Okay.
Fine. Fine. Where's the white flag? I forgot that bomb was there. Neat. It'll help for the points for the Mission 4 stuff, but I forgot it was there. Does Xenoblade 3 no amiibo sold out in like an hour? I guess I'm not shocked to hear that, because it's amiibo. But man, see, that's what we were talking about before. There's a content being locked behind these figures. Because good luck getting the content now if you can't find these things, which is the norm. That's why I hate, like, anytime I see an amiibo pre-order go up, it's like, if I know it's a figure I want, even if I have no money, I have to pre-order it. Because it's like, it'd be better just to charge on a card than to never buy it. It's stupid. This is why I will be happy when the amiibo craze is fully done. Because as it is right now, it is, ugh. Also, I think I'm good now, because I don't even know where I got an extra ring. I must have not gotten one in the trail, because I have 71. I've had 70 when I got here last time. Well, this will be easy enough. Okay, no, it was 71. I thought it was 70. Never mind. Alright, we'll just hug this wall.
I did it!
Like, too long for your own good.
I did it, Sonic!
Dude, that background looked amazing when you're playing on an old TV back in 2001. Played on an HD screen by today's standards, and man, that's stretched JPEG. Sorry, the wall actually had a cushion today. Didn't go out far enough, I guess. That's a new one. I've never clipped the wall trying to get back in bounds. You know, that's just karma, I guess, for trying to cheat. These amiibo might be the last new ones we get. Very slow new ones for 2 years. Large just been for Smash. Yeah, probably. They mainly been doing... Oh, come on, seriously. They mainly been doing amiibo, I feel, for games that have had support from them in the past. Just, I think, out of an obligation.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like, yeah, at this point, there's no way they would continue it just for new franchises, because it just feels like it's done. When they've only been releasing, even for games that had these things of support over the years, like with Splatoon, Xenoblade, even Smash, like they've only been releasing a few figures here and there every few years at most. So I would not be surprised. They'll probably keep amiibo support for the next system just because it doesn't really make sense to like scrap it, especially if there will be a layer of backwards compatibility. But in terms of making brand new figures, I would be surprised, yeah. I feel like this would probably be our last set with whatever games are out now.
And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yep, because we are at a point where it's just been overdone with certain
As much
titles,
as I
and
like,
just underdone in
as
others.
As much as I like amiibos, I like collecting amiibos, I'd be kind of completely okay with that being the end of it.
Yeah, we're just like at a point we're all kind of tired of it, I think, just buying them. It's cool to have the figures, but I think that craze is over.
I remember, like, it was so much fun back when amiibos first started. Like, going into a store and finding them on the shelves there. It was always so fun. I always enjoyed going the nights that me and Amber would go, like, just go to random Toys R Us in Kansas. Which is like, you know, a whole state over. It's like, oh, hey, I got Mega Yarn Yoshi at that thing. It's like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, like at that time, it was,
fun.
I think, the best ever was.
You had amiibo on the shelves? Yeah.
To be fair, that is also kind of how it went. Because I had the same problem in so many stores, and I had to drive out of town for a lot of the big figures too. Because if they had amiibo, it was like, here's Mario. How about a Peach? More Mario. Like, they only carried the ones that were super common, which didn't help. So I understand that testament. Wait, amiibo? You had?
You know, I was gonna be honest with you. Like, when I first started getting amiibo, I literally only wanted
I did it.
Cheating.
I literally only wanted Samus Smash amiibo. That was literally it. And then Amber saw Marth, Wii Fit Trainer, and Villager. You know, the big, like, rare amiibos at one store. And I was like, okay, let me go grab those. And as soon as I grabbed that, it just started sinking in. It was like, I like all these figures.
It's like, oh no, here we go.
I was like, oh no. That's when that's when the habit started.
That's just a 5. Yeah, just then. That was a 10, I would have waited.
Okay.
Get out of here. Come back and get out and
Bye,
come back and enjoy
Momo Chow.
Purgatory.
Bye, Momo Chow. Hi, Momo Chow. Bye, Momo Chow.
Okay, can someone explain
Bye,
what I was
Tails.
standing on for a second? Because I was definitely standing. That was a standing animation. Nice phantom, like, hitbox on that floor that I shot down. Like, yeah, it still counts as floor. Oh, JK, no. Drops like a rock from Mega Man.
Lol. You thought you had floor.
Bumming you didn't collect me, but also at the same time, glad 'cause you would have gone insane. Yeah, how's that feel, Matt?
I'm a bit bummed that I never actively collected anything. Honestly, you don't want what I had.
Yep. See? As someone who's been following his collection since day one, yeah, this has been something I've heard for the past, like, 8 years.
My wife absolutely hates it. Don't you? Had to buy 2 new bookshelves for it, yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome back, Ethan.
You just kind of walked into it because we're like, what else you do in this moments? The regret of Amiibo.
The regret of starting an Amiibo fascination. Literally, I was only ever gonna. I know for a fact that if I was normal, I would only want to
put it that way. Like this is a disease.
I would have, bro. Well, it is.
I mean, yes, it actually is.
Look, I remember when Matt was trying to get Chibi Robo Amiibo. Hey,
Yeah,
you know the
that
funny
fool.
story of that one? I pre-ordered that at a Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Yeah, of all places, like, one Chibi Robo, please. Sir, we sell furniture here. Yeah, but apparently Chibi Robo as
Pre-ordered.
well. One Chibi Robo, please. Is it weird
like-
I have the Amiibo but not the game, so it's the most wasted thing? I don't know how I got the Amiibo and not the game. It's probably something from Amazon. It's like this old separate. So yeah, why not?
Well, you threw it in the toilet, don't you remember?
No, that's Mr. Scott.
Chibi Robo takes care of furniture. You know what? Thinking about it, that's probably the most oddly, like, appropriate place for them to sell the Chibi Robo Amiibo.
I mean, in some ways, yeah, it was very ironic, but also fitting. It's just like a... Why? What? I didn't even know you carried these moments. it's like, oh yeah, where'd you get your copy of Chippy Rover Ziplash? Bought it at Lowe's.
I bought it at Kohl's.
Own game and not the amiibo. To be fair, that makes more sense. That does wait. Actually, I might have the game now thinking about it. I have to look at the shelf, but that's work.
I'd have to go look at the shelf and then realize I own a copy of Chibi Robo Ziplash, and then I'm completely regret my decision.
Yep, you know, honestly, looking back, probably how I actually have it. Which would make way more sense than just randomly having the amiibo in no game.
Is it bad? I don't think that game is as bad as everybody else thinks it is. Everybody's like, oh, it's such a horrible game. I'm just like, but it's a cute little robot.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. I think now thinking about it, I do own Ziplash because just like I got the amiibo. I own Hey Pikmin amiibo without Hey Pikmin. That's the most like, all right, this doesn't work syndromes. I mean, it makes sense now for games like Smash Ultimate, but back then, yeah, the amiibo were 100% useless.
Why doesn't the Hey Pikmin amiibo work for Pikmin 4?
I mean, to be fair, why doesn't any amiibo?
Yeah. I have Hey Pikmin 2. That's another game that gets oddly hated on for. Same with Federation Force. It's hated because it's not a game that everybody wanted it to be.
They're all different from what people were expecting, so that's why. I mean, Federation Force came out during a big drought. Same for Hey Pikmin, so that didn't help things.
Yeah.
Not as much in the case of Pikmin, but we had that Pikmin 4 news before that, and people just didn't like what they got. I think of all the games to talk about, I think Federation Force is probably the best of those three, but it's definitely not a game you play by yourself. You need friends. From what I understand, as a single-player experience, it's pretty rough. I watched someone do a multiplayer session of that like a few months ago. They were gonna get the secret ending, but the Metroid had clipped through the floor, so yeah, that was my experience with watching it. This game didn't work. My favorite. They were literally on the last elevator, and they just fell right through it. It's like, oh. Well, either we reset the whole level and do it again, or we just don't care. Alright, option B it is.
There's bad timing.
Yeah, Kira's got it right. Of all those games, they had a thing of bad timing, really. Because if they came out after other things were announced, I don't think it would have stung as much. Especially Metroid.
Especially now, I think if Federation Force came out now, with Metroid being as relevant as it's been in years, I'm sure Federation Force wouldn't have been as hated as it is. Bye!
Yeah, I feel it's a situation where, like, if that game came out a year later, I think it would have been fine. Because in 2016, we had no Metroid news. Then we get that. What is this? I hate this. Then a year later, we get Samus Returns. It's like, I love this. This is what I want. Like, that was pretty much everyone's reaction. So, if they literally waited a year, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah. That was the other thing. Not helping that the last Metroid before it was Other M. Yeah.
Yeah, which was also controversial at the time, too, because it had a lot of other problems. Like, it's a fine enough game. The story is definitely a take it or leave it of all the things in it. Even the team that worked on it did not like the story, apparently.
I did it!
Like, of all the games, I'm not, like... I think Pikmin was the most to the game that we got, like, in terms of gameplay. It was the most faithful one. Just because, like, Federation Force was trying to be a more multiplayer style thing. Kind of akin to how Prime Hunter is controlled on DS. In that kind of format. And then, yeah, okay, you got me with Ziplash. That game just... there was no consistency with Chibi Robo. Literally every game was different. So, with that, it's just, I don't know, man. We just felt like doing this syndrome. Like, that series has never been consistent from what I understood.
What would happen if
But with
Nintendo
Pikmin,
wants to
it played a
retire-
lot like the other Pikmin games, just in 2D, from what I understood.
What would happen if Nintendo decided to retire Samus? A lot of people would be upset. That's what would happen.
Yeah. Big time.
Metroid fan base is surprisingly, like, as much as it's chill now, it was not chill whenever it had that drought.
Oh no, it was pretty toxic.
It was pretty toxic, yeah.
Like, especially when Other M itself came out, it's like, we had some pretty good games up until that point in people's eyes, then they got a stinker, and before the stinker, we're all coming off like a high of Prime 3. So, that did not help the fan base. Like, once they had a drought after a bad game, people were like, nope, I'm gonna just hate. It's not the same as... To be fair, that's like almost any fan base anymore, because these fan bases are getting worse because of the internet.
Yeah.
Pikmin community is unhinged. I think around that time especially, yeah. It's like people definitely were a lot more hostile at that time too. Which is, with how peaceful and tranquil the Pikmin games are, very ironic when you think about it, but the fan base is not determined by how the games themselves, like, feelings are. It really shows.
We're doing the Chow mission, right?
Yeah, this is fine, Chow.
Okay.
Didn't want anything to do with them, Federation 4. Yeah, I don't blame you. That whole situation was like, I'm just gonna not... just gonna stay in my own corner and just play what I want.
That's kind of how I felt, especially whenever the Federation Force drama was going on. As much, you know, Metroid's literally my favorite Nintendo franchise. You know, next to Golden Sun. Golden Sun's my favorite game, but Metroid is probably my favorite, like, Nintendo franchise. And I love, I've played almost every single one of them. The only one I haven't really played is Metroid 2. And
The
Other
OG
M. I haven't
version,
played
I guess.
Other M. Yeah. Other M is the other one I haven't played through all the way through. And Federation Force, but...
Yeah. To be fair,
maybe
that's a
I'll
whole
play
different
it.
game. I don't blame you. I haven't played it either.
Yeah.
I pretty much play everything else.
But, what was it? Like, I love the Metroid frame base so much, but even after that, like, when Federation Force was first announced, I was like, okay, cool. We get more Metroid games. I'm glad. I was happy about it. I legit was happy about it. I don't understand why everybody was so angry. I was like, I don't...
Especially around the time, sorry to interrupt on this, but especially around the time that Samus Returns did release, because remember the whole debacle of that's crap and AM2 are better because it got taken down due to that game coming out? Like, I remember that time, that's when the fan base got really insufferable.
Like, I get it. Like, I get why people were upset that AM2R was like taken down, but in the same sense, I think the guy was just happy that Metroid 2 got something.
Yeah. I think he put out an official
correctly.
statement when it happened, and he didn't care for that reason. He was happy that Metroid fans still got, you know, a Metroid game out of this at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's not like he can't go find a, you know, a file down on the internet.
No, it's still out there, and the guy actually made well off after the projects. That is what got his name out there, and sure enough, he landed a proper gig working at another game studio. I mean, he worked on Ori and Will of the Wisp.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
the
that's
guy
awesome.
made out pretty well because of that game. Even if it's delisted, doesn't matter. You can still put it in your resume.
I'd like to play AM2R one day. I haven't played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it since it came out, and I know that there's like this unofficial like fan patch to it that's been supported that added a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I think it added its own fusion mode, so even more difficult mode of the game, which is saying a lot for that game. And then there's also widescreen support, so it will look better.
Yeah.
And it's been ported to literally everything. Like, I have it downloaded
But-
on my Vita.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
it's available on pretty much anything you can homebrew. It's not hard to run.
But go back to what Ethan was saying. Yeah, I was kind of the same way after that whole thing started. I really didn't want to have anything to do with the fan base either, because I was really kind of embarrassed. I was like, dude, seriously, this is how we're gonna react every time a new game that we don't want gets announced.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You
know, half the time I do too.
Everybody's like, well, you know, you're the paying customer, you have every right to be upset. I understand you have every right to be upset, but there's another thing. It's just like, there's also a way you can handle it by just saying, this game's not for me, I'll just skip it.
Exactly. There are so many games people wouldn't have to just hate on just because it's not their thing. Just move on.
It's just like, as much as, you know, I like the first couple Paper Mario games, but yeah, that's the biggest thing with Paper Mario fans in general, is with, especially with the later games, which, you know, to a degree, I understand where they're coming from, where the later games are crap, but
yeah. Hi, Big. Can you breathe?
If you don't like it, I'm just of the mindset now where, you know, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm just not gonna pick it up.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta vote with your wallet, because honestly, the whole vocal thing is not working. I think people have really got to start realizing this stuff. It does not work.
Like, I'll prime example. Like, everybody on the stream knows that I've been very vocal about my kind of, like, as much as I'm excited and I'm really happy, the Baten Kaitos remasters that came out this week, in fact.
Yeah.
I've been very vocal about the things I am very concerned about, like lack of English dubs, lack of physical copy in America, and all this other stuff. It's just because I don't like the way that I feel like Bandai is treating this, you know, these are good games that I really like. They're treating them like trash, in my opinion. They're just throwing them out to the wind, just hoping that it sells. That I don't like. They're not trying. They didn't try their hardest. They've given up bullcrap excuses why in interviews saying, "Oh, well, we didn't use the English dub because it has many inconsistencies." What inconsistencies? It's literally the same script they're reading.
Yeah, they don't elaborate. That's the problem. And that's the failsafe. How? How do you even get up there? It's not even possible. Is that just there to bait you? I think it's optional.
And that's the thing that's about, like I've been very vocal about it, but I'm still gonna get the game because the remaster looks so good. I'm happy, I'm excited, because people can actually go and play these games now. These are wonderful JRPGs, in my opinion. These are JRPGs that made me a fan of the genre. Like, this and Golden Sun is what made me an absolute fan of the genre of JRPG growing up. And I'm so glad that people can actually sit down and play these games for once, instead of it being stuck on the GameCube.
Yeah, especially how expensive it's been getting.
Especially that. People can experience this now. Am I upset about, you know, certain things that Bandai Namco has done with this remaster? Sure, I'm very upset about it. But it doesn't mean that I think that the game is absolute garbage.
No, it's far from it at that point.
Yeah. I just
and
don't
honestly,
like
it's like, this is a Bandai problem, because if it's not an anime fighter game of some kind, or a Souls game, they just let it out the dry, it feels like. Because it's something they can't just either sell for a bajillion copies on launch, or just add like 500 pieces of DLC on.
Yeah, that's how I treat things. Like, I voice my concerns about things, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this is crap, that, you know, and just vocalize it all online and all this other stuff. I could be dissatisfied with something. You can be dissatisfied with something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm completely all for that. I'm just saying, it's just like, taking it to the extreme where it becomes toxicity is kind of getting to the point. It's like, okay, you don't like this, just don't. I hate being that way, just don't buy it, because then, you know, I'm just saying I'm not invalidating your opinion. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, don't let it get to the point where it's literally causing you to be a very toxic person and spreading negativity to the point where people are getting very wary about or being around you.
Yep.
I guess in a way. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's like you can voice your displeasure with something, and that's fine. But getting to the point where that's all your personality becomes, I really don't like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a... This is Matt's LP Adventures, and I'd like to thank you all for coming for my TED Talk
Yes.
on
Wait, your name's not
toxicity
Ted.
and fanbase.
You know, there's gonna be some smart guy who did that one time in an audience. Like, you're not Ted!
Now that I'm done, now that I'm stepping down from my soapbox, I'll go to the chat and see what was said. Kira says, it's only really Sticker Star that's objectively bad. Color Splash and Origami King were good enough, just different. Yeah, that's fine. And even, you know, with Sticker Star being trash, I completely understand it. It's absolute garbage. I understand it. It's not a good
the quality
game.
of the game obviously was bad, and everyone I think agreed with that. It wasn't just like a problem with it not being what people wanted.
And I guess this is the way I'm trying to say is like you can be vocal about something and still be kind of positive about it. I guess this is strange enough to say it in a way. It's just like,
yeah, it's like as long as you're not taking it to an extreme, it doesn't matter. You can easily speak your mind on something. The only thing is, like, if you're doing that to a company, they're not gonna hear you because they got so many other voices in their head. So, like, the ones they only really hear are the investors, because those are the ones that are actually in their heads.
I guess another thing I was just saying is like, like in the toxicity sense of like trying to be mean to people that are okay with the said product. I guess that's another thing. Like, that's uncalled for. It's just like, dude, just stop. It's like if they want to be getting that, that's their decision. That's not your place to say.
Yep,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It all just kind of comes down to it's personal preference, but it's also just a difference of opinions. And people have to understand it, which I know in this age, that definitely is easier said than done.
Yeah, that's easier.
With everyone having an anonymous voice, they really take it to an extreme.
Okay, I also looked up the shipping rates at PlayAsia. I think it'll be a couple weeks for our copy ship, I think. And that's fine. I still I got plenty of other games to play at the moment.
There it is.
This is like the only time I've ever really pre-ordered an imported copy of a game, and that's just because I really, like I said, I don't like how Bandai does doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Again, if it ain't one of their bigger selling things, they just let it out to dry, and something like this, they won't be.
They did the same. They did the same thing with Klonoa.
I
don't understand.
Oh, wait, no, that's Capcom. Sorry, they did it with Okami. That was Capcom Unity, but same idea.
They did the same thing with Klonoa. Is the fact that they didn't. They literally let the remasters of 1 and 2 just be digital copies instead of physical copies here.
Yeah, although to be fair, they handle Klonoa really bad from what I understand. It's not just that. The DLC was also horrendous, because it was literally just some skins for like $10.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Anyways, Klonoa got the European... Klonoa got a European physical release? Well, yeah, Batten Kaitos did too, but only at one store. That's so silly.
Yeah,
they
why?
did the same thing.
Like, why store exclusive in Europe specifically? It's like, you really not want to bother? Yes.
They did the same thing with Batten Kaitos Origins when it initially released. They only released it in Europe in one store.
And they wonder why it was not a well-selling GameCube title.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it wasn't sold much.
Game UK, yeah, it was that one. I'm excited to play it. I've never experienced them. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they're made by Monolith Soft. I hope people realize that too. They're made by Monolith Soft, so yeah, they're really good. They're literally like...
I forgot about that. Oops.
I forgot about that too. I didn't know it did
troll
that.
move. Yeah, why is this one so weird?
Batten Kaitos is literally like one of my favorite games of all time. But, I will say, kind of a little jarring. If you ever play the first one, Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean,
I did it, Sonic!
I will say that the main character gets kind of used. He kind of have to get used to him being a jerk at the beginning of the game because he is kind of a jerk character. So
one of those.
it's just
Got it.
he's like definitely one of those people just like you're a jerk, dude. Like I hope if you can look past it, there's actually a reason when you get later in the game. So
I can see he's probably one of those edgy guys because something happened. You get to that point, he starts opening up more. Like one of the classic anime trope situations, I imagine.
I'll put it this way: this is not spoiling anything because this literally happens the first 10 minutes of the game. He meets the second character, and her bodyguards get killed by this monster. Literally 10 minutes after the battle, he goes and starts raiding their corpses of, like, you know, he starts basically looting their corpses in front of her. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, I need their stuff. It's not like they're not going to use it anymore."
Yeah,
And
so
she goes,
it's
"They're my
definitely a different
friends."
tone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, she's like, "They're my friends." And he goes, "Yeah, but they don't need it anymore." He's like, you're horrible.
Look, man, I'm used to Dragon Ball, so I'm used to this kind of idea where a character just screws everyone else up because, you know what, haha, funny, it's about me, not you.
I'm used to Shinyan, so that's fine. Okay, alright, I just wanted to warn everybody, because the beginning of the game, Kalos is kind of a jerk.
What are you doing? What am I doing? One of my plants? One of your plants? Are you? You know what? Yes.
Racist, no. I don't think that ever becomes an issue in the game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, see, as long as you don't bring that kind of a tone back in the game, I don't think it really matters if a character's more like dark toned.
Better than Shinyan already. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Man, Fire Emblem 9 was such a very, very different type of game in that stance.
Sounds like I bury a body. You start planting danger plants on it, the graves to get me dug up. You know, that's a thought. Never thought of it that way, but you know what? That makes sense. Dark, yet effective.
Literally, that scene always makes me laugh, though, because I'm just like... Literally, you're looting this girl's friends' corpses in front of her. It's like... What's wrong with you?
Yeah, really, at that point.
I did it, Sonic!
Always found it funny, though.
At least he's not doing
It's
other
supposed to
things
be
to their corpses, because then she'll be like, alright, that's it, we're leaving the party.
He had no decency. That's what's wrong. The second game's main character's typical JRPG protagonist. He's a very likable guy, so I've always liked Soggy. Soggy, I know his name's kind of weird.
I mean, I don't like
Soggy.
the name.
His name is Soggy. Cool little thing about one of the characters in Origins, the second game, is there's a character named Gilo in that game, and it's supposed to be like a puppet, a puppet made of magic or something like that. Well, I know what it is, but it's a major spoiler of the game. But it doesn't have a gender, so Gilo has, yeah, it doesn't have a gender, but what the thing is, though, that's really cool about it is, in the English dub, I can't remember if they did this in the Japanese dub. I'm sure they did it in the Japanese dub because it was kind of cool. They had both male and female voices saying the lines over the same thing. So there's two voices when it talks. Sorry.
I mean, that'd be neat if they actually did that. I know in some cases, like, voices, they just kind of blend together via the Japanese script, so sometimes it'll just be like one voice for multiple characters.
So what would I recommend playing first, Origins or Eternal Wings? Okay, so here's my conundrum with that. Origins is a prequel to Eternal Wings. So technically, I think it would be better to play Origins first if you wanted the complete story from start to finish canonically. And they lead into each other very beautifully. So it's like they lead into each other really good. And even at the end of Origins, it says the story continues in Baten Kaido's Eternal Wings and Lost Origins. So it's like it gives you it's probably better to do that. But in the same sense, the battle systems are very kind of different. They're the same, but they're very different. And I'm not gonna lie, the first game is kind of aged like milk compared to the second game, so I don't know how much you want to regress back to the gameplay in a way, because you might prefer the second game. Because I only say that because the second game's combat flows very nicely once you get going. It goes very fluidly. So ultimately, it's up to you. Do you want to play the game canonically wise for story, and it works? You'll have a couple of there's a couple things in the Origins that you'll say, hey, I remember that character from Eternal Wings and Lost Ocean. They're a lot younger in this game because it takes place 20 years before it. You'll say stuff like that, but it doesn't really matter which game you play first. I would say if you want to play it canonically, play 2 first, then 1. But
when prequel technically has better quality of life. That's how you know the prequel was made as a sequel.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like Famicom Detective Clubs then, where the prequel is technically better quality of life. Yeah, I'd say they really learned their craft with Origins, and they got the gameplay is a lot better in my opinion, because it's not to say that the first game's combat system's bad. It's good. It's just it has a lot of mechanics in it that kind of slow it down in a way. Because, for instance, the game is played with, it's a card-based RPG game, where each character in Eternal Wings, the first game, has a deck. Every character has their own deck to use. Whereas Origin only has 3 party members, and they all share the same deck, which when you think about it, you're just like, well, that doesn't sound like it helps very much at all, because everybody's cards are different. All 3 characters can't use the same cards, but they did simplify it a lot better. I promise you that.
Honestly, when you say that, I actually think the opposite. I do think it makes it easier, because now you don't have to worry about micromanaging more cards. So when you say that to me, it does sound like a much better system.
Yeah. And, the attacks in Eternal Wings, the attacks are weapons. The attack cards are, weapons that the character had, of the character's weapon that they have equipped in the game. Whereas Origins, if you're going to attack with a weapon, there's just literally an attack called Attack 1, Attack 2, Attack 3, where you don't have to worry about weapon types and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
because the characters all use the same deck.
Yeah,
so it
that's
just makes
much better. They're really selling people not playing the second game first. I do think going backwards a little bit on mechanics would be a little harder. So I'm that kind of guy. It's even if it's chronologically backwards in the story, I still play them based on releases because of just gameplay mechanics.
Yeah,
what you described pretty much is why I wouldn't want to play that second.
Yeah, I would. It would be kind of. I really like to say people play. I'm trying to say Origins is the better game because a lot of people think that Eternal Wings is better, which is fine. I completely agree with it. It's just I think that the gameplay flows better in the second game rather than the first game.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those where
Yeah.
it does flow better. But for a sequel, technically, even though it's a prequel story, it makes sense because they've had time to like figure out what worked and what didn't from the previous title. So I guess I would kind of expect that for the next game to line up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it.
That's if they ever make a third game.
I
I
mean,
don't think they
if
will.
this one does well enough, they might consider, but I highly doubt.
Yeah.
Just because it took them this long to
I
really
did it, Sonic.
give this series a second chance.
It might still get Eternal Wings on GameCube. I think there's, especially now, there's absolutely good reason to get the original still, and that's because the fact that the originals have English dubs.
Yeah, I was gonna say for one, the voice cast. That's kind of a big difference.
Now, granted, if you play, this is another thing with I'm really trying making it sound like I don't like Eternal Wings. I do like Eternal Wings. I like it a lot. It's literally the game that made me like JRPGs. It's just when you listen to the dub, I'd have to show you a clip of it, Lester. If you listen to the English dub, it sounds like it's in a tin can room.
Yeah, I think I seen
literally
one of the
does.
clips because I think this was a thing you had to actually show me once before. And
Yeah,
it's one of those
does-
they didn't record it that great
It's
quality-wise.
literally like you could tell this is an early 2000s video game, like recording audio-wise. It's hard to listen to. The Origins, the second game, has fixed this phenomenally. It sounds so much better, but then again, it was a 2006 game. So,
Man, actually got
yeah.
budget. Oh my gosh.
But I still like the original dub of Eternal Wings, even with its audio crunchiness. Origins was published by Nintendo too. That was another thing.
Yeah, that also probably helps the budget. They can actually put more things into the title because they're getting proper funding.
Yeah. But I think if you want to like experience the franchise, I'd say the one that you probably should start off with is the first game, and that's just because the system gets a lot better. Like because you know you could obviously tell the prequel, even though it's a sequel, Baten Kaitos 2, it did what a sequel should do and improved on a lot of things. Guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Because again, as a sequel should do, it took the things that worked and things that didn't, and started to tool in a more coherent way.
Okay.
Like that was the year before they bought by Nintendo. Yeah. Man, I have to say, Monolith was probably the best thing that Nintendo ever bought in a long time.
It seems like they were one of the most lucrative purchases for studios, yeah. Because they've been
Gosh,
doing
they helped
so
them- they've
much for
helped-
the company since.
they've helped Nintendo out with so much stuff. They helped them with Animal Crossing. They helped them with Splatoon, the two Splatoon games on Switch. They helped them with all of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and not only with Xenoblade.
Yeah, like they're in a lot of games credits just because they have a hand in almost anything they do nowadays. Which is insane to think about. But I guess it's like that studio's just that versatile for them.
It's what lets them get away with Xenoblade and any other IP they want to make. Yeah.
Pretty much, because Xenoblade itself was kind of a risky thing when it first came out, but Xenoblade also is coming out from a company that's doing so much already for this big company. It's like, we don't care. You know, if it sells well, it sells well. If it flunks, well, we'll just, you know, do it again, that's all. Like, neat!
And then Xenoblade became a really big franchise for Nintendo.
Yeah, one of their bigger franchises in a while. Like, it's kind of funny. Xenoblade, like, it came out on Wii, and it did really well for it when Wii was pretty much done at that point. But then it went dormant until the Switch. But then when the Switch version came out, it's like, yeah, that's enough for it to be a proper franchise we should focus on very often.
I want to say
it got proper re-releases. It got another game with DLC.
I want to say it's because of Shulk getting the Smash.
Yeah,
I think that might
definitely
have
helped.
that helped as well.
That's what happened with Fire Emblem as well.
Yeah, definitely had a Fire Emblem effect.
Like, if you think about it, a lot of games kind of did that. Smash specifically having that, like, lucrative payout. Like, it's Fire Emblem, Xenoblade. To an extent, I think F-Zero as well back in the GameCube days. Because not many people knew about it until Smash. Mario. No. Pikmin, now thinking about it, I think Pikmin was another one that kind of got a little more recognized when Olimar was put in the Brawl specifically.
I think so too.
Because I'm thinking back around then, it's like a lot of people didn't even know what Pikmin was because a lot of people just didn't pick up the game on GameCube. Both of them.
A lot of people did pick up Pikmin 3. I mean, I know it was on Wii U, but
yeah.
It became like when it came on Switch, it was like the highest selling Pikmin game, and then Pikmin 4 came out.
Yeah, and then it said, "Here, I'm gonna eat your lunch." Ah, crap. There goes my perfect because of a misfire. Thanks, Chaos. You could have misfired the other direction.
Oh, Wii.
Well, the Pikmin games, I think, on the Wii itself actually didn't do all that well in comparison to how Pikmin 3 sold at the time. Like, Pikmin 3 just did really well, even for a Wii title. And then, plateau because it was a Wii U title. But that's a whole other argument.
And it came back out on Switch, and then it did really good.
Oh, yeah. Like most franchises, once it hit the popular platform, it did real well. That's why so many people recognize Olimar from Brawl more than like his actual games back then, because the Wii was so successful, and a lot of people might have skipped the GameCube at that time due to the PlayStation 2 and even the Xbox.
I remember I was watching TRG, Metroid Prime playthrough, and Chugga even said it on his. He said, "Man, why did the GameCube sell so bad when it was not like one of Nintendo's beefier consoles at the time?" And then John said, "Because the PS2 had a DVD player."
Oh, controller died, that's why. Yeah, it was literally because it was one of the first systems at that time to come out with a DVD player, and those things cost way more than the PS2. So, just buy a PS2, essentially. It's like, oh, yeah, that simplifies things. Like, a lot. Even the Xbox, I think, for a while was cheaper than an actual DVD player. So, same deal there. GameCube could not, unless you were in Japan and bought that really obscure, like, Panasonic player.
And I'm saying that it's like PS2's a great system. I'm sorry, I don't want to be saying like that's the only reason why people bought it. I know that's a lot of the only reason why some people bought it, but PS2 is really good.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Definitely my favorite Sony console. Next to like, I like PlayStation 1 a lot.
I mean, from what I heard as of late, no, you don't.
What? What do you mean I don't?
I don't know. Let me just show you your logs with Sony's customer support the past couple years.
Said PlayStation 1, not PlayStation 3.
Oh, I heard PlayStation period. I'm like, oh, that. From what I understand, as of late, no. Yeah, PlayStation 1's still really good. I think everything up to 3 to an extent, I think was really good. Starting with the 4, it definitely started to plateau.
Okay. You just trying to die?
Apparently. To be fair, I'm thinking of these shield guys like the Chaoses. It's like, no, just wait. You can't punch through them like a Chaos.
Okay.
Stop. I'm just trying to shoot. Please let me shoot.
Excuse me, what?
I forgot Thornity's just pop into here because lol funny, it's hard mode. Now what's got you all why?
Matt and Amber's problems with Sony customer service certainly was a whirlwind of frustration. Yeah.
That's why as
was,
of late you don't like
period.
Sony. Like their new
just
stuff
think it's-
specifically.
I just think their customer service is absolute garbage. I never want to go with Sony's customer service ever again. That was absolutely stupid. Literally asking me, do you have a receipt from over 10 years ago? No? Well, I guess you're not. We can't verify you. That's literally what that conversation ended. I said, I don't have a receipt because you're locking me out of an account because I don't have a receipt from over 10 years ago. Okay.
It's like security is one thing, but there's also a thing of, you know, time. That's a little far back. Most people won't even have access to that stuff anymore. Seeming to be legitimate. Yeah, how about they fact check it? Because for them, it feels like the fact checks they do now with that stuff, they could probably just do without the receipt if you have a credit card number.
I just still can't believe that happened. I'm so angry because it's just like that was an account lost that just wasn't active for 10 years, but we wanted to try to rebuild the PS3 library because we're still, even though Sony hasn't closed it yet, we're still waiting for the day that they're going to close it because, you know, Xbox and Nintendo can close their stores real quick.
They only retreated just because of backlash. It's not going to stop the second time.
Yeah, it's not going to stop them second time. But, so we're just trying to, you know, get ready for that. And we're trying to recruit all of the accounts that we had at the time. And there was one account we had, we just couldn't remember what the password was because it was over 10 years ago. So we're just trying to get it back and, you know, confirm the email and all that other stuff. And they just wouldn't let us back because they're like, well, do you have the receipt number? Oh, like, what do you mean I have a receipt number? You're trying to get ready for the Vita closure? Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, that'll also be like, when they decide on PS3, it'll be that again. Both PS3 and Vita dead. Like, I'm honestly shocked they did pull back when they announced that closure, just because they had literally no reason to. But they did it because of the backlash.
Yeah.
It's like other companies have already shown, we don't care, we'll just do it anyway. So I'm surprised that Sony actually caved. I mean, they're not gonna do it a second time, like I said. I highly doubt it. Especially at that time, they're gonna have even less people probably complain to them, it would feel like. So they would just like not care and shrug it off. That's like a 1 pixel gap. How? I've never done that before. That is a new one. Hey, almost like this really make you wish that Tails got the health upgrade too, am I right? Why didn't he get this health upgrade that Eggman got?
Because Eggman's more special, man.
Apparently. It's like he was designed first in the game or something, compared to Tails. Like, Tails is the afterthought of the two. Most get another year. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, maybe 2025 is when they shut it down officially.
Man, my allergies been driving me nuts today.
Yeah, I can't wait for summer to not be a thing anymore, right? Just because of the weather. Between the pollen, the actual heat, it's like, it's bad. People wonder why it's my least favorite season. Like, when you grow up as a kid, you're always like, yeah, summer favorite season, because it's like, yeah, you get off from school, of course you'll say that. But you look back as an adult, it's like, man, you know what? Summer really isn't that good. It's like F tier.
Yeah. I can't wait for winter. And then you don't like winter either.
And then, yeah, it's like, well, we're back to square one and hating the season.
I'm kind of with you, Ethan. I like autumn a lot more. Autumn's more chill and it's prettier.
Yeah, I think, like, maybe because of where I live specifically, because it's just like, that's not a good answer, unfortunately, here. It's essentially summer, like, 2.0 still. But
yeah,
I think, like, spring is probably the best season here. Because it's pretty much like you're coming off of some of the colder temperatures from winter, while still having some pretty comfortable weather in general. And you're not in any storm seasons, you know, that's a plus. Always. That's why fall is like, you know, it would be fall if, you know, hurricane season didn't end at like the end of November. Because that shows it's still really hot out there to a point where you can get a bad storm.
well, it's barely any allergies. Yeah. When the bugs are starting to realize, hey, it's getting cold outside, I better go hibernate.
Yeah, that's what everyone really likes the most. It's like, finally, no more ants. Wait, where's the robot that's blocking the door? I've already killed everyone else in this room. Unless it's in here that counts, which no, it's not. Oh, I think I know, which is why this is annoying. I think it's one of those that just shows up. Because hard mode is weird for mech characters, stuff like this happens. Otherwise, I just got screwed, one of the two. I would not be surprised if it's the latter. Yep, it's one of those. I should have enough time still for a good bonus, so that does not matter. It's just very inconvenient. And that should still be enough points.
Let's hope.
I did it!
Ready for that shoe?
Yeah, always. 80 rings. They really don't want you to get any lives in these levels. Because there's no rings. Also, no health.
Wait, if there's only 80 rings, how did you get the 100 coin emblem?
Hang on. Wait a minute. He doesn't deserve to be in here after that comment. It's rings, you dingus. Okay,
What?
good, you're back. I'm lonely. It's rings, you dingus. That's the you called them wrong penalty.
Did I call them coins?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it said rings!
Oh no, you definitely said coins. They modify it per level, that's why. Each mission has like a different amount.
Oh my god, I can't believe I said coins again. Rip bad. Yeah. I was like, why did he kick me from the call? What did I say this time? And then it was like, I still couldn't figure out what I said, so I came back and was like,
it's not
I'm always getting kicked out of the call. What did I do?
Man, I can't wait until you actually do come back to streaming and you're getting kicked out of your own calls.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen.
I know, that's gonna be the funny part.
I'm
You'll
gonna
be very
streaming.
confused, not even knowing what's happening, because you won't hear the sound. You just be like,
I'm
where'd all
gonna
my friends go?
I'm gonna be streaming, and then I say something stupid, and either you or Amber are gonna kick me out of my own stream. Huh? Amber says I can't wait. The Sonic
When's your
game.
first stream? Why, you ask? No reason. Are you hovering over the disconnect button? Look, man, I have to have a purpose in life.
It's not Sonic. This is a Sonic game, man. It's Super Mario. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm LP in the Super Mario game for like months. I am getting old. I'm calling freaking rings coins. What am I doing? Dude, I don't ever do that. Why did I do it this time? I'm a Sonic fan, man. I've been a Sonic fan since I, was a little kid. Why did I do that?
I know a lot of people do that as like a bad verbal tick, because everyone's just used to coins being a collectible in a lot of games. So I hear it all the time because it's just that specifically. It's by association.
My copy of Bot and Kaido's changed from preparing order to packing order. I'm gonna go check mine.
I mean, that's a good sign. Shows it might come sooner than you guys think. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Oh, I can't check. Hang on. Let's get rid of scary guys. Still can't really see. These not go up when you... Yeah, okay, you have to take the long way. Have to make sure. Just gotta be careful not to take any more hits. Just the easy part.
They shipped my copy.
Okay, yeah, you're probably gonna get... Oh, God! Probably gonna get it for the next week or so, then. Or
Yeah,
month, knowing Play Asia.
Yeah, it said it on my email. It says, more details on your shipment. It says, shipping status is shipped from Play Asia. I was like, oh, okay.
I need my...
I'll go check the website there, though.
You might
see
as
what
well
it
just
says.
be safe, yeah.
I'm gonna go check it.
Why did I think that'd be a smart thing?
Order shipped on Play Asia. Yep, yeah.
So, yeah, confirmed. It did actually ship. Good. Again, you're gonna probably get it probably in the next week or the next month because shipment... yeah, just like that. Because of shipment delays because of Japan. Like anything going past customs, either is like, it's instant or it might take you your life.
Well, yours are probably shipping a couple... Probably, I would say in the next day, even.
Probably, based on how that worked out for...
That was a lot faster. That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. At least it's shipped. I don't know how long it's going to be until it gets here. Probably like a week.
Yeah, again, it all depends on that customs issue.
Yeah. It's from Hong Kong. Oh, I didn't know it was from Hong Kong. I knew it was from Asia, but I didn't know where it's from.
Hey, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Similar territory-ish, it's over on the east side of the world.
Well, I knew it was from, like I said, I knew it was from Asia, but I just didn't know where in Asia it came from.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, Play Asia based in Hong Kong. Yep. Yeah, I believe that is correct. I haven't ordered anything from them in like 7 years, so it's hard to remember.
I'll probably have to, later on down the line, when I get more money and I can do it, I'm probably gonna go and get some imported art games from Play Asia. Like, I know the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, I'll probably go get it imported for that, because Square Enix is like, hey, we're gonna do physical copies. Only on our site for one night in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. What?
Yeah, that sounds like a Square thing.
I still can't believe they did that. I was like, really? I
I'm
literally
sorry,
skipped-
you wanted to order that? Oh yeah, that's funny.
And the Super Robot Wars. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Also, I was thinking about probably getting that Etrian Odyssey collection there too, at some point. Goodness.
Okay.
I really don't understand how. One thing that always kind of like, I don't understand why Capcom didn't do this. Why didn't Capcom make a physical copy of Okami on Switch when they literally made Okami HD on PS4 and Xbox One?
I mean, they did, just Japan exclusive.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why didn't they
that's our
do
problem.
that here?
Like,
I don't understand.
Because they, yeah, for the rest of the systems, like, yeah, sure, print discs. But for a cartridge that costs more money, it's like, I don't know if we can justify that cost this time. It's like, you did for the discs, though. That's a little inconsistent. Like, I get it, cost, sure, but when you're doing it for the disc, it's like, man, you're already kind of bothered, so I don't understand why you, oh god, I don't understand why you won't bother again. Crap. It's just Capcom being the multi-billion-dollar company, like, lol, let's save money. You don't need to, though. You're Capcom. You can afford to spend the money.
The Etrian Odyssey box has a really cool box art, multi-language at least. Yeah, that's one thing about those copies. Ever since I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to import, because I was so against importing games. I was like, I don't know, it looks weird on my shelf if they're there. But you know, that's just telling the same guy that said that whenever he plays a Pokemon game, he has to catch all his Pokemon that he's using on his team in Pokeballs, no other Pokeballs. So I'm weird like that. I just like consistency.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So-
fair. Especially when you do that all your life. It's hard to really change.
Yeah. But as soon as I've come to terms saying, hey, I'm gonna have to, if I want Baton Kaitos physically, I'm gonna have to import it. Come to the realization, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it now. I might go plan out getting more later down the line.
It's just an annoying thing on the customer, they have to do it, but it's not like the end of the world if you had to, kind of situation. Like, we're in the age now, you want a lot of, like, digital games physical, you gotta go with these limited printing companies, so it's just like, we're getting used to ordering in weird ways just to get our copies of games. You shouldn't have to, but it's, like, kind of where we're at.
I hope you didn't do that in red, green, blue, yellow if you used the OG Game Boy. I didn't use that. That habit only started when I could see the Pokeballs and the Pokemon being sent out. So Ruby
I think
Sapphire.
I did back then, but most of my team I
Yeah.
caught at the time, they were putting in Pokeballs for me, because
Yeah.
a good chunk of my team were those Pokemon you just get from trades. You know, like Pikachu, you get your starter. All the starters you get from the first gen games, you just get from Yellow by just going to the right trainers. So it's like a good chunk of my team was already in Pokeballs.
Yeah.
So I think I just did that at the time because I was used to the anime doing it, and I already had 4 of my members just for free in Pokeballs, so might as well continue.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like I said, the only time I started that habit of the Pokeball thing was when you actually saw the Pokemon's Pokeball being thrown. And it actually had the design on it. So, like, Ruby and Sapphire was the first game that I started doing that. And even then, if I wanted to put, you know how hard it made me cringe when I was younger? When I caught a Pokemon that I had to use in that I couldn't get anywhere else but the Safari Zone, and it was in a Safari Ball.
Yeah, you have to just deal with it, because there's no way to get it in that. Like, the only game you could ever have gotten Pokemon from the Safari Zone in a non-Safari Ball was Gen 1, because it was Gen 1.
I was so... Heck, I still do that, even to this day sometimes. I've gotten better about it, but, like... like later games, I've noticed I was like, I gotta catch them in a Pokeball. It only makes sense. Then again,
Yeah.
I know some people that whenever they find shinies, they have to color coordinate the Pokemon with the shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, there's a whole scene that does that in general anymore. So you're not alone on that kind of
I'm
mentality.
not
It's
really
just
that
different
weird, I
balls.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm not really that weird, I guess. I hope he. Won't lie, it does look a lot cleaner when it's the OG Pokeball. Yeah, it just looks. Well, yeah, to me, it always looked a lot better. I don't know why, it just did. Oh, the weird kid. Heck, I'm still a weird kid.
Okay.
At this rate, we might be able to just only have 2 people that we can finish tonight.
Yeah, probably, because we're already like 10:20, and we still have a couple more missions. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Eggman has a lot of levels. If we roll Knuckles, it might not be that bad, but his levels will take a while. So we might just call it earlier, just for that reason. It depends. See how long this.
You know what? It'll be better. It'll be better on your thumbnail for you.
I mean, yeah, I could just split them down the middle again. I'm gonna update the title this time. Forgot about it literally like a minute after it came out. I was like, oh, crap, now the beds are gonna be broken. It happens. Oh, it hasn't been released yet. It's fine. Fine.
It's because the anime, they don't use any other Pokeballs.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that one time, that one episode where Ash caught Totodile on a lure ball.
I think really it was just Gen 2 is the only real time they were showing anything else that wasn't a Pokeball catching
Yeah.
Pokemon. They'll push for that mechanic. And then after that, yeah, it does feel like they just kind of
No,
hate
they
me.
did it in Sun and Moon because Jesse caught Mimikyu in a luxury ball.
Alright, well, that's a little different, so it's good they decided, you know what, let's not make this a one-time wonder situation.
The GS ball lol.
Yeah, that thing just was so useless. It just kind of existed in the anime for a very long time and did nothing.
Okay.
I don't want to keep on doing that because I don't have any more lives to really burn.
Man,
Like,
you
we've been
really
having a lot
went
of
through all those
resets.
lives. You were at 27 lives being straight.
It's very easy to burn lives in these kind of missions if you just have to, you know, go over a score like I am. No. I just realized I shouldn't have done that, but this is fine. This is fine. Watch, this will be the run. Calling it now. Calling it now. Here's the foot.
Here's the foot in my mouth again. Why are you whistling?
So what else are you gonna do when you're sitting around here, right?
So you're just bored?
That's usually what happens in all sport.
Kind of like Jesse's Guava Vet.
I don't even think they ever introduced the concept of Master Ball in the anime, did they?
Yeah, they did. One episode. It was used for a gag.
Oh, of course.
And
Oh, we could
the
use it for
third
something
gen-
useful, or
Or for the-
lol funny.
it was used for in one episode in Advance where it was kind of like a play on Moby Dick, where there was this hunter that was trying to catch a giant wish cache, and
Oh, I think I remember this episode
he was
now,
trying
yeah.
all his life. He tried all his life trying to catch this giant wish cache, and he says, "I ain't even got time for this timed event. I even got myself a Master Ball." And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, a Master Ball! That catches any Pokemon without fail." And then he said, "Okay, Master Ball, go!" And the wish cache ate it. No, it was real. It was a real Master Ball. It was just used for a gag. That was the only time a Master Ball showed up in the anime.
Such like a weird one-off thing, but I'm not surprised they did it as a joke. I'm really not. Tails, idiot. Thankfully, I can save this, but that's just a lot of time I just wasted because I pressed the A button too soon. Like for a misclick.
Do you remember that episode? Yeah. That was it was such a weird episode. It was like, it's so funny looking back at it now. It's like, man, that really was the only time they've ever used a Master Ball in the anime.
Yeah, and it didn't even work. How ironic. Could change my horizons. I mean, yeah, it's like I never say never for it to not bring it back. Because it would be nice if they did, right? And who knows what they're going to do. Because they're changing up the formula a little bit with some of the newer Pokemon stuff from what I've seen. So they could easily bring back stuff like that. Or maybe just introduce new concepts in general.
There it is. There's the clip.
Like in the Pokemon games we have right now, they have to form TM as well, these like materials. Maybe they can introduce that in the anime. We don't know. I feel like probably no, but you never know. Oh, there you go. I hope you like to hear an air conditioner. Tails, you good? You hot? You can turn off the AC. Tails, I can't think.
How many emblems do you have?
How many emblems do you have? Well, Tails, look at the top of the screen.
Enough. Okay, well right now, how many lives do I have? Because just to be safe. 4. So reset me to 4. Okay.
How many emblems?
Alright, you be quiet.
Customize your settings here. Which file do you want?
Don't mind me, I'm just making sure we have some safety here.
Lester,
Yes?
are you cheating?
No.
Are you cheating?
No. I think. Wait, is that you are or you aren't?
What do you want?
Oh no! Our save file got deleted. What happened? Oh no! How did that happen? Who deleted save 1?
Which file do you want?
Oh hey, it's back.
Is this okay?
Let me guess, you're gonna magically have 99 lives, aren't you?
Nah, no, what are you talking about?
How
No.
many emblems do you have?
Apparently no! Why didn't it work?
How many emblems do you have?
That Feelwin cheated and I got screwed. The tool saved it! Why did it? I don't know, it's the same with this tool sometimes.
Oh my.
Yeah, it loads up as life 0. Okay, no wonder why it didn't work. It didn't get the right amount. I can't even do the thing that works.
Oh my god. It seems like you got cheated out of a cheat.
I really did. You're not wrong.
Which file do you want? Is this okay?
That guy kind of reminds me of the fisherman in Sun and Moon where his age kept increasing.
What
You remember
stage are
that
we
episode,
going to
Amber?
play?
Where they were at the lake doing
Alright,
the
it worked this
totem.
time.
Yeah.
What stage?
Lester, are you cheating?
Not anymore.
How many emblems do you have?
Look, for the sake of time, man. I don't want to grind lives on the middle screen. That's boring.
Lester, are you cheating?
We're not Chow yet. I'm allowed to cheat a little bit.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Twitch ban him, please.
Yeah, please. Get my weeknights back. Wait, he actually wants it? No, we can't ban him then. That kid's in his will. Crap. Alright,
This man is cheating.
Okay.
we gotta play some Pokemon real quick. Gotta gamble on stream. That'll surely get me banned. That or moving
Oh,
the
he
kick,
said
one
that-
of the two.
He said the G word on stream.
My power is failing.
Gaming?
I think that's the first health pack we've seen this entire hard mode run. Really shows they don't want you to live.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. My power is failing.
Look, we already learned we don't have to care in the beginning. There's a health pack, so it doesn't matter how much damage I take. But one time.
Okay.
And imagine if this was ring-based for your health still. That would be really bad. You get hit every
Yeah.
2 seconds in these mech levels, so that wouldn't work.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, these monkeys have bigger bombs in hard mode. They also blow themselves up, so rip some points. 500 gone, because one of them just blew himself off.
Okay.
I'll be right back, Lester.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you know what, this is fine. I normally jump up, but without pot, it's like it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
Oh god, I forgot about this.
Okay.
Why do they spin? Almost had a Mario Sunshine moment there, but the slope definitely was 1 degree off, and boom, that counts the slope now. Can happen. Alright, 10, I think it's the highest we're getting.
Alright. I did it! Yeah!
I love how you still get the multiplier in the victory screen, so that saves you on time bonus. Alright, that leaves one more level,
I did it, Sonic!
and then that's it for Tails.
How many emblems
Oh, I forgot this one. They introduced these versions of the robots now. Instead of like bombs they shoot at you, they have laser cannons, which is very different. I don't know why I took into a hard mode to see that. It would be nice to see it for the main game, but it's different. Actually better for your score threshold.
Do they give more points?
Well, it's a situation like that, which is why it's better. You have more time to react to the laser cannon guys. They don't just fire the bombs and there goes like all the points you can get from the multiplier. Oh my god, I'm being just juggled. See, this is why it's like, look, I'm gonna be grinding the lives in between sessions. If I didn't have a cheat code, might as well just like make this easier for me. Work smarter, not harder. I just want it's fine. Not enough, that's fine. I was wondering if that would be enough for a bonus.
Cool.
Who has no Omochao there, can't send him to purgatory.
Omo-chan doesn't exist in hard mode. He thinks that he says, get good scrub, and then he leaves.
Essentially. He's not thinking any of these levels. Look, same game as before, but now the platforms are really tiny. To be fair, this alone is already really hard in comparison. Just because of dumb crap. Like, take your time because you'll be shot off and then cries a lot. And I'll do that anyway, so I don't need to be shot and cry.
Artificial chaos, stop it!
Oh god. Oh! I'm being sucked into space from both forward and backwards. Look, I know I can give you free ammo on that, but I was like, no, you gotta load this gun first. I'm not making the obvious puns. Oh yeah, we're still on Tails Mech. This is the final mission though, so we're just about done with Tails. Which will probably just be it for tonight in general, based on how late it's getting. I don't think we'll have time for another character, but I'm fine with that.
I just now come to the realization, did you just say I'm getting sucked forwards and backwards?
Hey, there you go, he loaded the gun. Like, look man, I'm not gonna do the job. You put the ammo in and fire it. I just have being sucked into space forward and backwards, so you had to fill in the blank.
Sigh!
See, I am not a guilty party on this if he's the one that actually, you know, flat out omitted the space part. Therefore, innocent.
Thought it would be funny to give you what you want, you know?
The suck? There.
No!
See, now I loaded the gun. Punch him, punch him.
You're not seeing this, but I banged my head against the desk really hard just now.
Very fair. No, you... That feel and wombo combo into space.
I guess you got sucked forwards and backwards, didn't you?
When Tails like, wait, did... I didn't ask for the suck at Artificial Chaos, but you did. No, I didn't. No, you did. Throws him in space. Too bad a key can't get sucked out to space for all eternity like Omochel did. Want some purgatory, but not in this stage. Purgatory is if you get stuck here. Missions.
Like you are right now?
Usually. Come on, Rocket. It's like I gotta stand here for like 10 seconds waiting for the thing to be armed.
Remember, like, there's only so many levels that Tails did. It doesn't feel like there's that many levels that Tails ended up doing.
Yeah. He really only has the 5 levels. 4 of them being in mech. The 1 driving. And again, he was not a character originally planned for the game. He was added later. So that's really why there's like nothing here for Tails. Like, I'm being smart about the suction this time. I ain't being sucked out again.
Time for more rings. Yay! Now we can survive a hit.
Almost lost it immediately, so you know, that would have been a win. And there it goes. Did the thing flying by me count as a wall to push me down for a split second? Because what the heck pushed me? That's a first. Like, I'm over, yeah, like that, specifically, flying in space. Nothing looks like it's around me that counts as a wall. Game says lol, there's a wall, I think. That's a first. Oh, how did that not shoot my ankle? I'm glad it didn't, because I get the perfect. Oh my god, from downtown! Forget how long the artificial chaos arms can actually extend. Like, really long. Stop. I think I can take one more hit, if that. So, please don't. It's gonna be an artificial chaos. I'm calling it now if I get hit. It's an artificial chaos. Oh, thank god. There goes that health.
You would have died.
Probably. So awkward to aim when this happened. Up there. Chaos! I told you, Mania's gonna kill me. It's an artificial chaos. I didn't say how.
Time to fall.
Not even caring there. I'm just trying to live. These guys I see, I'm like, who care about points? Just live.
Now comes my point farming.
No. I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay, now
Here
it
comes.
is. I almost got sideswiped and I would have been very mad. Alright, we're fine. We made it. The only thing that kill me now is myself. And, yeah, waiting for it, I know.
Wait.
Like, he just misses the jump, falls down. I think you can miss the jump there, because I think it's like a wind turbine. It's safe. I don't want to take that chance. That's it for Tails. He's done.
Yay!
So now it just leaves one treasure hunter and one mech character, Knuckles and Eggman. Between the two, I don't know who we're getting first. We'll find that one out next week. We'll roll it in the beginning of the stream. Just give me all those things.
How many emblems do you have?
Not enough. Not
I'm
enough.
still Tails. I'm still missing 62.
Yeah, so it's 5 levels for Knuckles, and then here for Eggman, again, it's 5. So 10 more levels worth before we go to the last story, because I'll do the Cannon Squirrel all at once. This option doesn't matter, by the way. I'll probably do all A, just in case I miss an A, but yeah, that doesn't matter. Oh yeah, just to also show the car we got. Why we're going.
Kart racing.
The cars we got, this is Tails. The little Chow. This was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I believe this was a thing in the original. And then for Shadow, get the Hot Rod. That thing has like a massive amount of speed, but it's like a horrible handling car. Like, Sonic has better acceleration. And I think better grip, too. Actually, their grip seems to be about the same. Maybe slightly better for Shadow. But his acceleration's in the pits. I mean, it doesn't matter as much for this game compared to like Mario Kart, but So yeah, it's another 2 set of characters down. And like you said, it was like 60-something emblems left.
How many
So, you know, we're getting there.
do you have?
Slowly but surely. I don't know which one of the 2 we'll get next time, but we'll see. Next time, I think for sure we're going to at least be finishing up the character stages, which means we have all the extras after that done, meaning the actual Sonic game takes a back seat. It's another game entirely we get to play for like a week, 2 weeks maybe.
So you gotta do the kart racing, gotta do Chow, and then you gotta do the boss rush.
Yep, well, based on how things go, we'll probably be doing all 3 of those in one session, because one session alone is just gonna be raising Chow. And then like half of it is just gonna be doing the Chow crap to get the emblems themselves, because the racing can take a while. Honestly, actually, no, thinking about it, it might be longer because there's so many things for Chow this time around. Like, these question mark things, that's all Chow. Now, the karate can be done in like a couple minutes, but the races, you gotta do so many races. That's just gonna be a podcast with a screensaver in the middle of the screen. So there's a lot to still work through, but we're getting there. So, we'll see how it goes next week, but that's gonna do it for tonight's though. This was fun. As usual. But, yeah, like I said, that's it. Thanks everyone who came out. We'll see who we get next week between 2 characters. Doing them both, but which one we start with, we don't know. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Not much else to really say, because it's usually a lot of the norm, but next week I'll probably be doing a different thing for Tuesday, and that would be Batman. So, just keep an eye out for a new thing for Tuesday slot. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Got anything else you want to add, Matt? Go ahead. Otherwise, I guess we'll play multiplayer.
I didn't. I'm sorry about this week. I only got 1 video out when I usually get 3. Yeah, it's been a busy week this week, and I've just been tired, and I haven't been really in the mood to edit. So I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, there won't be a video this week. There'll be one hopefully next week, and then I'll get back to hopefully back on schedule next week. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. So that's it.
I mean, at least you got something out this week, in general. Especially when you didn't think you would.
Yeah, at least I got something out.
And it's the big one, too, for when you need
And the monotonous one, the most monotonous one is, yeah, because doing 100 coins in that game is kind of pain in the butt.
Yeah, especially when you also have the blue coins to get back to. You'll be having that complaint again. So I understand that. You're in the grindy part of the game at times with those stuff. So, I mean, I was there last year. I know.
Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah,
okay.
You're saying, yeah, it's understandable, too. You got something out this week, so still be proud of that.
Yeah.
Be like me and still be in the middle of working on stuff. I am. I'll get to it. We're getting there. Still working. So maybe later in the month. I said on Tuesday I'll have some news to share. We'll see.
Yeah. That's it.
Hang on, I'll watch this ending before I end the stream, because if this is the one I'm thinking of, one of these characters just walks off. I remember in our multiplayer, it just happened randomly in the beginning. It's like, that's a great omen! I think it sticks. Because they're not supposed to lose. At least, not normally. Yep, here we go. It's desync, so they just jump off the ledge. And on that note, we're leaving. Tails failed, so did we. Thanks everyone who came out, and I'll see you guys back here next week. So take care and have a good night, guys.
Good night, guys.